Alright guys, BLM here, back with another live stream. We are gonna possibly be finishing Mass Effect Andromeda here. We'll see. Yeah, feels like it's been a while. Feels like it's been a while since I last streamed. It's it's only been like not even 3 days, but it feels like it's been so much longer. But yeah, I'm hoping to finish Mass Effect Andromeda here. Obviously, a lot of stuff to talk about, but I'll obviously wait for people to show up before talking about that stuff. Yeah, got Aussie Survivor, Big Brother, Australian Survivor, got the Circle, got the Challenge. Why is my bitrate so low? I probably should check up on the audio, make sure it's decent enough. And why am I not hearing it? It's because I have it off, because I'm a fucking idiot. And I am good. Alright. Yeah, it feels like it's been a while. I feel like it feels like a lot has happened since the last time I streamed. There's a lot of shows that have been watched. Worked on a lot of stuff for the channel in terms of stuff that's coming up very soon, in terms of reviews and all that sort of stuff. I haven't played a game, like an entire game in the time since I last streamed, I think. So yeah.
Hello again.
Yeah, we're heading towards the end of Mass Effect Andromeda. What my plan is here is to probably wrap up the main game here. Oh, thank you, Jack Freeman, for subbing with Prime. Yeah, I think my third sub? Is that what it is? But yeah, thanks. Yeah, Zingbot was pretty underwhelming. And Zingbot's bad. Like, Zingbot's just like... I just want them to get rid of Zingbot at this point. It's like, they're just not, it's weird. It's as if they're making jokes before the season even starts. Where, like, most of the jokes have nothing to do with the events of the season. But, yeah, I just found this episode to be mostly terrible up until the very end, and then, we also had the Claire stuff.
And a short window to get there. It's the control center for the terraforming network.
Yeah, this should be the last Mass Effect stream. We should be close enough to finish the game. If we have time after finishing it, I'm going to probably do some side content. If not, I'll probably just do the side content on my own, because I really just don't want to be playing Mass Effect on stream anymore. I've been doing this for like 2 months now, so yeah. But alright, back to the reality TV stuff. Yeah, AU, it was good. I mean, it was a good vote off. I think the Final Four round, or Final Four episode was better than the Final 5 episode as a whole. I do think the Final 5 vote was more interesting to me, though, because the final, like, I think in paper it's very impressive what Haley did with the 2-on-1, but it's like also it made sense. Like, it's not like it was the wrong move for George to be making. Like, that was the optimal move for him to be making there. So yeah, I mean, like, it's again, it's a good move, but it's also like not overly impressive in my eyes.
We hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, the entire episode made me cringe. Like, from the music, what I forgot what they called it, but like the fake CD stuff that they were doing, and then Zingbot and
Pathfinder, apologies.
like the zapping them and everything like they did last season, but like, and it's still bad. It's like all that stuff, just terrible. You're only working weekends now. Is that good or bad? I think it's good in terms of you're not overworking yourself. It's probably like not the greatest money wise, right? But yeah, Big D Zing, like, what was that? Like, probably the most, I think that was easily, like, the most, like, completely irrelevant Zing there. Where that very much feels like they pretty much, like, wrote it before the season even started.
Scott. Something the matter?
Well, you never came by.
Yeah, I'm very confident in Haley. Like, I think there's no doubt in my eyes that it's George Haley Final 2, which is bizarre. I didn't think that was going to be the case before the season at all. Like, definitely not like, definitely not the outcome I was expecting. I'm really even like a week ago, not the outcome I was expecting, but
I know this
it
isn't an
should be great.
excuse.
Like, I mean, it's gonna
much
be
has gone
interesting.
wrong,
Like,
Scott.
like, for
So
me,
many
my
lives are
point of view,
depending on me.
I think sadly Haley's
I
gonna
guess
win
I
because
got
I
caught
personally
up
would
in-
vote for George. I do think George has played the overall
You saw man. Probably
better
means to treasure, maybe a
game.
relic. And then it was Scott's
Even though I do
move.
think Haley
No,
did very
more
impressive
like
maneuver. I think
Scott
Haley had a
gets
much
to
stronger
lunch most days
pre-merge.
anyway.
George had
I'll
had a
fill
much
him in
stronger
later.
post-merge.
Oh, that's how you're going to play it. It's down
But
to us.
yeah, I mean, it's going to be a George
I'll
Haley
go
final
first.
two. Like, I have no doubt about that. I'll be mind blown if Flick
We're
is
not
in the
losing
final
you
two.
two. You're all we have.
And I feel pretty confident Haley winning as well.
Being a pathfinder.
Again, I prefer if
Dad's
it's the
idea.
opposite, but
As soon as
more
I
than
get my
likely,
gear, well,
it will be
Careful.
a Haley win. You're watching new Circle episodes? Okay, I won't spoil
No
the Circle.
interviews
I did
for
watch all
duty,
4
sir.
episodes.
You need
I
a
watched it.
chance to
Again, today, literally my day
yeah,
today.
says who?
Around like 11 o'clock, started watching the Circle. Watched all 4 episodes in a row. Took notes of the entire thing. Then worked on the Big Brother review because I wanted to get caught up on that. Got caught up on, like, got most of it done by 8 p.m. I mean, like, I was already on, like, episode, or week 5, I think, by that point, but got mostly caught up by the time the challenge and Big Brother started. Watched both episodes at the same time while taking notes of both of those. And then immediately after that, finished getting caught up on the Big Brother review, and then
Was it first grade?
got a
Second?
little bit of a start to editing the Australian Survivor review.
You can keep talking
So,
if you'd like.
yeah, a lot of stuff
Just
going on.
no arm wrestling.
But yeah, Circle's been solid. I mean, like, it's more of the same. Like, it's more of the same of the Circle. It's like, I feel like in a way I'm kind of realizing that, like, maybe the Circle isn't my favorite show in the world. Like, I enjoy watching it, but it's also, like, it kind of just feels the same every time. Like, it's not like Survivor or Big Brother, where I feel like those seasons, like, even like Survivor and Big Brother, like, even though it is essentially the same game every season but just with a different cast, it doesn't feel like it's the same show every time. To me, the Circle feels like the same show all the time. Especially this season feels so much like UK season 3 to me. And it's like, I feel like it's solid still. Like, I do really like this cast. I don't feel like there's a complete dud on there. At least not one that comes to mind right away. But, yeah, it's like, I'm liking the season, but I'm probably not. But I think, like, what I think I've kind of realized too is, like, I think the best the Circle is ever gonna give us is probably not as good as anything we're gonna get from, like, Big Brother or Survivor for me in terms of, like, the peak from those shows. Yeah, I was very low on George. Like, definitely did not think George had any chance in the preseason. Let's see. Watch this episode live for first time since the Whitney eviction. Probably not the greatest episode to be watching. I would recommend going back to watch the Sarah Beth eviction episode. To me, that was the best episode we've had in a very long time. Like, I thought that was a really great episode. I just wrote the review for that. Which I guess I should mention that, so last time, when I was streaming, my PC was completely fucked. Turns out it fixed itself somehow. I don't know how. I'm actually extremely worried that it's probably going to happen again, considering, again, it fixed itself and... Wait, where am I going? Is it still here? Was I not paying attention? Whatever. Fixed itself, like, without me doing anything, so I'm kind of worried that's going to end up not doing so well in the long term, but whatever, it's fixed for now. But yeah, I spent a really long time in the review just talking about the Sarah Beth eviction episode, because I thought it was a really great episode. Like, great character moments throughout, like that sequence with the Big D in the Beetle, and then them causing a fire in the kitchen, all that stuff. Like, that was fun. You got to see, like, the inner workings of the cookout and see the dynamics within it and everything. I thought it was a pretty solid episode. Yeah, what else we got? Again, trying to get caught up here. You have nothing to say about Lauren O'Connell except that she's really hot. Isn't that pretty much what you have every time? Um, in episode 3 of the Circle so far. Yeah, again, it's fun. Like it's again, like I think it's weird because like I believe this was filmed before UK season 3, but they're using a lot of the same twist as UK season 3. So it's kind of weird when you think about like this is actually the first time like the blue and orange twist, the cloning twist. Like that was something on UK season 3. But like this was filmed before that, so it's like this was actually the first time it happened. Just kind of a weird thing to think about with this season, because I believe series 3 of UK is the most recent Circle season to be filmed.
We think we have the answer.
Is there any chance that I do Amazing Race 6 retrospective? I don't know. Like, I've thought about this in previous streams. It's like, Amazing Race is a show that, like, when I started the channel, I had just gotten back into the Amazing Race. Like, well, I've been a very casual fan of the Amazing Race, like, ever since it started.
Sounds like this has never been tested.
When I started the channel, around that time was when I did a full series rewatch. And at that time, I was very apt to do stuff related to the Amazing Race, and that's why I did a lot of stuff on that early on in the channel. I did those retrospectives for seasons 1 through 5, and I just did the 20-year retrospective recently. But again, like, but I feel like that's kind of where it's at right now for me with Amazing Race, where it's like, if there's an anniversary for something, I'll probably do it. But I don't know if I'm going to go out of my way to do, like, season 6 retrospective right away. I would love to. Like, in an ideal world, I would. Like, in an ideal world, I would do so many other videos that I just don't have the time for. But I think, looking realistically, it's probably not coming anytime soon. But I would like to get to it at some point. Rewatching Survivor Blood vs. Water right now.
Let's get to it then. The Archon isn't sitting on his hands.
Blood vs. Water is kind of an interesting season. Like, I think it's like, I feel like Blood vs. Water is like remembered for the rock draw and Sierra voting out her mom, which are like both obviously in the post-merge, but I feel like the pre-merge of that season is definitely a lot stronger. I think everything revolving around Brad Culpepper on that season is really interesting to watch. What is going on? Whatever. What am I actually doing? Okay, now I can't read the prompt because the thing came up. Okay, what is it? Integrate Ghost Storm technology into Tempest. Okay. I don't know what that means. Trying to figure out where I was in chat. Yeah, I really don't like with the desktop stream manager that continues scrolling down. And like new things come up, but whatever. I'll try to do it on mobile, I guess. Yeah, the twist for the Circle, twist from episode 1, well, at the end of episode 1, has been done before. And really, that's the thing the Circle does a lot with the Netflix versions, again, it's so weird because, like, the Netflix versions are filmed way in advance. Like, they're so far, like, this season that's airing right now was filmed at the end of last year. So, like, it's been almost a year since this season filmed. In that time, UK Series 3 aired, which airs live, or relatively live, like, within a few days, I think. And that season used the same twists. So, it's weird. And, like, season 2 of the US did the same thing, copied twists from pretty much season 2 of the UK. And I don't remember if it did season 3, but like, that's pretty much what they've been doing, is like copying over twists. Like, can't do that moving forward because the UK series got canceled, but that has been something they've been doing for the seasons up to this point. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of Circle tradition at this point, for everyone to, like, act really over the top with, like, every little thing. I don't know if it's has something, like, I don't know if the producers are telling them to do that. I would assume so, right? But, like, I don't know if it's just that, or if it's also, like, the people that they cast, where, like, I feel like the majority of the people that they cast are very, wait, what is this? let's just do that one, are very savvy in terms of, like, it definitely feels like the people on the circle to me aren't as genuine or like as real of people as we would see on Survivor, at least.
What situations should they handle?
Like, they all seem very recruity, like people that were recruited for the show. Overall thoughts on the BB season? It's fine. It's tough because it's like I'm right now, to be honest, it is getting pretty interesting right now because like the cookout's getting close to being voted out, but they haven't voted each other out. I mean, but it's like it's been it's again, people don't like saying, oh, it's been steamroll, but I mean, it has been steamroll. Again, not a competition steamroll, but it has been a what the fuck just happened to my stream manager. Okay, it did it again. I love it when it does, like, it just like all of a sudden spazzes out and I accidentally miss out on a whole bunch of questions. So I guess alright, I'm going on mobile now, I guess. But yeah, it definitely had its slow points. And it's underwhelming to see a lot of these players that have so much potential not really live up to it because of the cookout. But it's also like, again, I get it. Like, it's not like I'm saying that like, oh, this shouldn't have happened. Like, I get it, but it doesn't make for the most interesting TV. But I do love this cast, and I think at the end of the day, it's probably going to be a middle tier season of the show. Like, unless this endgame is like really, really great, I feel like it's going to be tough for it to be like a top tier season. But I could see it being like, again, around where like I would have BB12, probably below it, to be honest. But again, like around like the 10-ish spot. Well, I guess we're at 23 seasons, so probably around like 12-ish, I would say.
This is it. Let's get moving.
Apparently Jack from the Circle knew Xander. I feel like that. I feel like I can definitely see the commonality between those two. Yeah, I mean, the weird thing about the Circle is that the Circle is like, it is fundamentally a social strategy game, but it's like as if the producers aren't willing to make it a social strategy game, and they're like still casting people that aren't fully taking advantage of it being a social strategy game. I mean, like I guess they have in the past. I mean, like season 2 of UK, there was like a straight up alliance at the end. Like there was like I guess there was a lot of strategy to a degree last season, but it still ends up with like people just like going with their friends and not playing optimally.
Oh, shoot. I was talking out loud again, wasn't I?
Season 3, kind of a similar thing of UK, where again there was a lot of strategic gameplay, but at the end of the day they just like kind of decided to not really go all in on that. It's just like I feel like but then again, I feel like the problem with the Circle is that even though it is a social strategy game, it's not that interesting of one. It's a social strategy game that is like really easily gamed. It's not like Survivor or Big Brother, where I feel like both those games are constructed a lot better, to where despite
On approach.
what was I saying? Despite the I completely forgot what I was saying. But either way, it's like it's not an actually interesting game. Oh yeah, did it pass 100 followers? So that's something. Hopefully, I don't get the stupid messages that say you want to buy followers anymore.
That's what I did. Or Key to Sierra, as the cat called it. Looks like a giant space station.
Where am I supposed to go? Oh yeah, I'm doing the scanner. Yeah, it's like I just feel like it's not that interesting of a game, and it kind of tries to mask it with the fact of like, oh, finding catfish or like having these like really awkward showmances and stuff. But it's like, oh, I didn't even notice. Yeah, you modified the emotes. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Go.
Yeah, I forgot that was a thing actually.
Enemy signature detected. Commence dispute.
After listening to RGP interview, you actually started to like Xander. I have not listened. I've still not listened to RGB interviews again. I've been working. I've been working in general, but then also I've been working on stuff for the channel and stuff. And like through both of those, I haven't had much time for podcast stuff. I would like to catch up on those by the time the season starts, but I still have not. Actually, have I even listened? I think I listened to Heather's. I think that's the only one I've listened to since the last stream, which I feel like I'm lower on Heather after listening to that interview. But yeah.
This is our one shot. We have to take the risk.
You've fallen out of things before, right?
How do we think Brian for the circle is his player? Again, that's the thing. It's like it doesn't matter. Like when assessing the players of the circle, it's like I don't think it really matters because it's like a lot of people don't really look at it as a game to begin with. Like I don't think many of them are playing it as truly playing it as a game. Like if we were to really assess it, then it's like I don't think Brian is that. Good at the circle.
The Tempest can take some shots if
he's obviously the first boot. But yeah, it's not like again. I don't really care that much. I have thought about doing a circle winner ranking, and I probably will at some point. But I'm not that apt to do it. Yeah, I love me. Continue the amazing research perspectives. Again, I'm really far behind on chat again still, but yeah, the problem with that is with the retrospectives, like even oh fuck off. Okay, I'm still streaming, right? There we go. What the fuck was that? Whatever. Who cares? I don't know what the fuck just happened. That's fine. Stream's still going, so it's okay. Okay, I'm an idiot. I just literally jumped off, but yeah, it's like with the Amazing Race retrospectives, the problem there is that it takes so much time. Like that's the really the main reason I stopped doing them, is because of the amount of time it takes to rewatch, and really that goes for any season retrospective or review. The amount of time it takes to rewatch a season, take notes, condense it down to a script, record it, and even though my editing is complete shit, and it's obviously just static images and all that shit, it still takes me forever to make these videos. And too, for a part of that is because I make videos in a very ineffective way, where largely because I can't string together two sentences without messing up, so it requires a lot of editing on the audio front. What am I doing here? Wait, I'm leaving how am I leaving the mission area? Okay. Oh, wait, am I supposed to do that? Okay, fine. But yeah, it's really a time thing. That's why, when there's some sort of anniversary that comes up, I feel like I'm more willing to do it because at least it feels like I'm doing it for a reason. But when it's just out of the blue, it's tough to really find the motivation to really do it when especially for anything non-Survivor or Big Brother related, because I mean at least those videos will perform better, even though those retrospectives don't perform that well, but still. How would Cliff do on Survivor? Probably not that well. I feel like he's kind of the same thing on Survivor as Big Brother. I feel like he's either a very early boot, or he's someone that can make a lot of moves, particularly in the post-merge.
You're looking at the central command hub I detected earlier. As with the monoliths and vaults, the hub is connected to the two neighboring towers.
If Alyssa or Xavier win HOH, you'll be happy. Yeah, you're a big anti-Tiffany person, right? Yeah, that's the complete opposite of what I want. I want Xavier gone. I would love it if Xavier went home during the double eviction, personally. Even though he's my winner pick and everything. At this point, I want Tiffany to win the game. I think Tiffany is the best player on the cast. To be honest, I think the individual games they've played up to this point doesn't really matter that much because they're all in the cookout. So really, I'm more so rooting for who is the best player, and I do think Tiffany is by far the best player on the cast. So I am personally rooting for Tiffany to win. I just don't think she's again. she's in a tough spot at this point, largely because of obviously what happened this week. It's gonna be a tough road, but if she gets Xavier out at 7 or even at 6, she's in a pretty good spot at that point. But it's gonna be tough for her at this point. I think it's much more likely that someone like Hannah wins, but at that point, then like maybe I would just want Xavier to win. I don't know. I'm like, is Hannah a better player than Xavier? Like, to be honest, I think Xavier has gotten so overrated as a player at this point. I think the more and more time has gone on, the lower and lower I get on Xavier as a player. Like, he's still a good player. Like, he's not a bad player of... Wait, what are we doing? Okay. He's not a... Okay, jump up, thank you. He's not a bad player, obviously. But, like, I do think Tiffany is far above him. I think Hannah is probably above him. I think even Kylan is possibly above him. Like, I think Kylan's a lot more effective when he tries to play the game than Xavier is. I think Xavier gets extremely lucky this season with the fact that there is a cookout, where I do think if there wasn't a cookout, I don't think Xavier does nearly as well. I think seeing this week happen in particular like has made me realize that I think Xavier is just the type of player that if he's left outside of the majority, he's gonna pout the entire time. He's gonna be like so grumpy towards his allies and or towards the other people in the house, to the point where I think they're just gonna say fuck and get him out. And like, considering how big of a threat he's already perceived to be to begin with, like I don't really see Xavier doing well, I see him doing well on any given season, but not necessarily winning any given season.
I would steer clear. If I were you, Pathfinder.
Don't ban you again. I'm so far behind, aren't I? Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, let's try to get caught up here. Will I ever do a face reveal? Probably. The main reason I haven't, like, again, like, the initial plan when I started the channel was to be in the videos themselves. The reason I didn't is because I didn't have a good camera. And to be honest, I still don't, and that's a lot of the reason why I don't do it. I mean, like, why I don't have myself on video for these streams is multiple reasons. I don't have a camera. I don't have any real setup at all. I'm literally streaming off the PS4. Yeah, I mean, actually, I guess that's a problem. That's pretty much it. But, yeah, it's like, not doing face reveals, more so a consequence of, me not really having a solid camera to where I bother putting it into content. Oh yeah, no, the other thing was that I don't have a graphics card right now. Or capture card, a graphics card. Capture card, I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, I don't have a capture card right now to where I can easily set all that up. But yeah, I mean, the intention is like to probably eventually. But at this point, I'll probably make it some sort of occasion. I don't know if it'd be like maybe some sort of anniversary or some sort of a milestone. Yeah, let's see. Can I help you get a job? Probably not. I mean, again, I'm not good at getting jobs myself. Or it took me forever to even get the job that I currently have. And to be honest, like, again, like, if I could, I would probably not be at the current job either. So, no, probably not. I probably can't get your job. How am I on Deshaun? I'm higher on Deshaun at this point than I was in the cast assessment. I don't know if he's still, like... I still probably would have gone with Ricard, but I probably would have more... Because, like, to be honest, like, when I did the cast assessment, even though obviously it was down to Ricard and Deshaun, I was pretty definitively picking Ricard. I feel like at this point it would be a lot closer.
Head down below. We've got
Like, I think Deshaun... I think he has a lot of potential. I do worry he's going to overplay, but, I mean, outside of that, I feel like he's definitely someone that I would like to do well. You like everyone on the cast besides Sydney and Evie? I mean, I think I like... pretty much everyone. I mean, there's like, again, there's a couple people that I don't have like the greatest read on. Again, I still haven't listened to Eric's interview, so I still have a great read on him. But like even like again like Tiffany, I still don't have the greatest read on her. But like I mean, I mostly like this cast. Thank you. Did I know there were comment bots on my channel? On this show or on the YouTube channel? If on the YouTube channel, then no, I don't. And I don't look at the comments on the YouTube channel anymore. But yeah, to be honest, I'm probably just not even gonna bother doing anything about it if there are. Ah, fuck. Just fucking jaw. Yeah, I mean, yeah, my videos are made like a podcast at this point. That's like what they're pretty much intended to be at this point. When I initially started, I did want to go more using footage from the shows and everything. The problem is copyright, and I just don't want to fucking bother with it. And I talked this before. Like, yeah, like I think I probably could have gotten away with it with Survivor US, because obviously we see a lot of YouTubers do it. But like with Australian Survivor and Survivor South Africa and like all these international shows, and I had the same issue with A&W, with my history of A&W videos and like all that stuff. It's like, again, just I've dealt with so many copyright issues, just fuck it. I don't care anymore. Like, I'm just gonna use static images. At the end of the day, it's like, it's mostly about what I'm talking about anyway than what I'm showing. Like, I don't think what I show really adds much to what I'm talking about, especially when it comes down to like these big rankings and stuff. It's like, am I really gonna show like random clips of like fucking, I don't know, like Dominic Abate in confessional a billion times? It's like, or like Dominic like doing random things in game. It's like, I just don't feel like it's that beneficial anyway. So when like all the extra work it would take to put that in there for the chance for it to be taken down due to copyright, and also the fact that it's not that beneficial, it's like, to me, it's not really worth it. So again, like at this point, I do kind of plan on it being more so looked at from an audio point of view. Yeah, we did get more cast videos. I have watched the ones that have gone up on Twitter, and I like skimmed through a couple interviews from like Mike Bloom and stuff, but again, I haven't really been focusing too much on Survivor 41 in the last couple days. Who am I liking from the circle? I gotta be honest, I gotta look up the cast again. I did like, well, I do like, obviously they've been very important to the show, but Ava and Chanel? Whatever, I thought they were, I think they were pretty fun. I'm trying to think, like, who else is there? I'm forgetting the cast at this point. Even though I literally just watched it, like not even, I don't know, like not even 8 hours ago. Which is probably not a great sign, realistically. And actually, I literally just downloaded all the fucking images of all the cast and everything. Oh wait, I really like Nick. Nick is he's someone that, like, obviously right away comes off as like a pretty big douchebag, but I think he's a fun character. I really like Matthew. He's playing as Ashley. I think he's fun as well. Oh, Kai, or K? Is it K? It's K, right? Or is it K? I forgot already. Wait, she's really fun as well. I think those are probably my top 3 characters. Oh, Daniel's really fun. I forgot what they. Hey, yeah, this is a pretty strong cast.
It's working.
Wait, I'm going the wrong way.
The whole city's coming back to
No,
life.
this is all right.
Hiding a lab down there.
Yeah, the 2 new people that have come in since the premiere. And like I feel like we don't know much about them yet, especially Rachel, who's playing as Jackson. Like I feel like, again, which by the way, when I heard the name Jackson, it did scar me. Thinking of like, oh my god, it's a fucking Jackson from BB21. Yeah, I mean, don't feel like getting much from her at this point, but I do really like Sophia. Which, by the way, I like so again, I was getting the cast photos and everything. So I was like looking Sophia up. It's like she looks radically different in real life than what she does on the show. Like I feel like they 100% told her to play up like this nerdy sort of archetype to get on the show. Because like she looks nothing like that in real life from what I've seen. And it's weird because I mean this is not weird. This is actually like I don't know, sad. I don't know what it really is. But on Wikipedia, I was like looking at Wikipedia, and when you're looking at her name on the cast list, like, and they say like, oh, who she's playing as, it says her like I think it was her. Yeah, here, Isabella, her more attractive older sister. It's like, who the fuck wrote this? Like how insulting is that? Like, I found that hilarious. But, yeah. Let's see. Does Tiffany know X is targeting her? And also, why did X turn on Tiffany? X turned on Tiffany because of what happened in the HOH con, which is like completely hypocritical. Like his entire concept of Tiffany turned her back on the cookout. She's playing so selfishly. It's like, you're doing the same thing, if not worse. Like Xavier's literally planning on getting rid of Tiffany at Final 7, while like his plan is to throw HOH tomorrow night to Alyssa so that Alyssa can take out Tiffany. While, again, like, Tiffany is truly loyal to the cookout at this point, in terms of getting to 6 with the cookout.
The Archon's forces have been here.
And, like, the worst thing, like, to me, the thing that's annoying about it is the fact that Xavier truly believes this. Like, it's fine if he's doing it as a game thing, because, like, it is working out for his game. Like, he has bonded so much with Big D over the course of this week, because of his hatred of Tiffany. And that's good for his game. But the thing is, again, he truly believes it when, like, he is being extremely hypocritical about it the entire way through. Where he is the most selfish player out of the cookout. Like, he is 100% the most selfish player. Yet he is calling, like, he spent a lot of the game calling Kylan and Tiffany selfish for what they're doing, when he's the one that's playing the most selfishly. And the only reason, like, we're not actively seeing that a lot more is because, like, the cookout... the way the cookout, like the cookout getting to 6 benefits him the most out of any other player there. So it's like him staying true to the cookout is his best interest to begin with. It's not like he's, like, I don't think he is truly loyal to the cookout because he wants the cookout to get to the end. He's truly loyal to the cookout because he knows it's in his best interest. Which again, like, again, very good for him from a game standpoint, but, okay, fuck me. But, again, really annoying from, like, from a personal standpoint, that he doesn't really see that dichotomy there of, how hypocritical he's being.
Maybe they were attacked.
Yeah, you're worried for Kylan in the jury? Yeah, I don't think Kylan... I think Kylan's going to have a tough time winning a jury vote. I do think he wins if he's against Big D or Azza. I do think overall this cast is going to vote for the person who played the game more. In the case that they don't love both options. But I think if he's at the end against... Like, if he's at the end against Tiffany, he for sure loses. I think Tiffany is the biggest jury threat, with the exception of maybe Xavier. And even that, I think Xavier, I think it's a question mark right now. I think those are the 2 biggest jury threats. Okay. Like, I think if Xavier wins, it's due to this perception that he is the biggest threat. While I think Tiffany wins if they're voting based on their, like, social relationships and their actual bonds. So I think that could go either way, but I think Kylan probably loses to both of them. Though, I mean, against Xavier, I think it's interesting because, like, I do think he has a big chance of getting, like, Derek Axe. He has a big chance of getting,
Damage to parts of the system are preventing
obviously
power.
Sarah Beth. You have Claire. That's no, Claire's probably going Xavier. I don't know. It's yeah, he probably loses though. But
Some kind of glyph on this thing.
again, Hannah, I think is interesting. I think Hannah probably beats him, but bit of a question mark. But yeah, I mean, like I think he almost definitely loses. Oh shit, this is a puzzle, isn't it? Forgot about that. Yeah, I think he wins against Big D. I think he wins against Ozza. The problem is that he doesn't want to take Big D to Yuan. I mean, he doesn't want to take either of them to. I mean, his entire like. Actually, I forgot to talk about that in my script. God damn it. But yeah, this is like Kylan has this very misguided outlook on the game where he wants to take, and we saw this in the preseason. I thought like, and that was like a big like worry in the preseason for me that I kind of forgot about over time. But he talked about like he wants to take the person that deserves it to the end. That he's okay with losing to someone that he thinks played a better game. Like he plans on taking Tiffany to the end right now. That is his ideal final two. But he's also wants to take Xavier if he can't take Tiffany. Like that's his like those are his two options right now. Two people that more than likely beat him. What am I doing right now? Okay, that's not it. I don't remember how this puzzle works. But yeah, like he has this very warped view of the game that is not great for his overall winning chances. Like because again, he's a big Derek and Cody fan. I think he saw what Cody did and thought it was like a good thing, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Not loving that from Kylan. Again, hopefully he changes his mind. But then he's more likely not going to get there anyway. So it doesn't really matter. But yeah, let's see. Who is the best global non-winning one-time player? Dominic or Werner? Probably Dominic. Did I have Dominic at number 1? I mean, I guess I probably did if you're asking. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, I mean, I would say Dominic's is probably a better player than Burner. I don't know. I mean, like, I think they are very close. I just this is what I'm supposed to be doing, isn't it? It's like something related to this. Not that. Oh wait, there's there's the lines. Duh, that's what I'm doing. So it's here, 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 there. Yeah, I do think it's close. I think they're both kind of similar. Was this the right side?
Excellent.
Okay, it was. I think they're both similar style of players. They both also had like kind of rocky starts. I do think Dominic's was probably rockier. But Dominic also like actually held control till the end, but then a lot of that was due to the end game format of that season, where like Werner would have also probably gotten to the end with that format. Because like obviously like he gets voted out the final 4 where there was an actual votes. There's no fire making.
Think that's it?
The primary console should work now, Pathfinder.
My gut says Dominic though, so.
Provisional repairs are complete, Pathfinder.
I watched A&W this week. I liked this episode. I'll be honest. Like I really again like I was very low in A&W in not the preseason, in the qualifying and stuff. I'm really enjoying it now. Now that we're back in Vegas, it reminds me of why I loved A&W to begin with. So yeah, I mean like I'm liking it now. I said it earlier that I was probably going to stop covering A&W. I probably will still continue if I'm being honest. But we'll see. We'll see. I did want to continue my History of A&W series, that like the Amazing Race one. It was like one that eventually got dropped just due to how much time it took. Though the anniversary of A&W 4 is actually a lot closer than the anniversary of Amazing Race 6, to where the anniversary of A&W 4 is next year. And I have been considering like restarting that series and kind of doing like one retrospective a year or something. The problem is also just how much time it takes. Like, I don't know if I might change the approach and just make it more of a straight up retrospective, more so than like an informative sort of video. But I don't know. We'll see. Nick gives you Joey vibes from US Season 1. Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Restoring power.
Like, I think, well, I mean, yeah, I guess they're both kind of playing it up for camera. Nick kind of reminds me of Nick Majorano from Korong. Like, that's who came to my mind right away. I do wonder, like, who on this cast are, like, big reality TV people? Because, like, obviously we know from Circle Season 2 that there's, like, a few people there that are, like, big, like, Survivor fans and stuff. I wonder if there are any here from Season 3. Because if I were to guess, I would say Nick is. Like, Nick seems to me to be, like, this type of person that would be a secretly big reality TV guy. Wait, who's shooting me? Kind of like Nick Majorano. Yeah, we'll see. Is Tiffany a top 20 player? Possibly. Oh, okay, cool. That's terrible. I think we'll have to see how the season plays. If she goes home tomorrow, then I would say no. Actually, I don't know. Top 20. I think she could even border top 20, even at this current point. But if she gets voted out tomorrow, I think it's like obviously not great. But if she wins the season for sure. Like, if she wins the season, she's probably top 10. And I'm just, if she wins the season, like, I'm trying to think of like where she would land. Like, would she be? Like, she would probably be like at least number like 7. But again, that's under the circumstance that she wins the season with the path that's kind of in front of her for getting to Final 3 with her, Hannah, Azza, and probably like Hannah takes her to the Final 2, or she takes herself, and she beats Hannah, which even that's not really even a guarantee at this point, like, because there are certain votes that could go either way. But if that ends up happening, then I do think Tiffany's for sure like a top tier player. As it stands right now, again, I think she's probably hovering around that range of top 20. Yeah. What else do we got? Is Brittany an Xavier vote? I mean, in which scenario? If we're talking about like Xavier, Kylan, then yeah, I think she's, which I think that's what I was talking about earlier, right? So, yeah, I think in that scenario, probably. Because I think Brittany's one of these people. I don't think Brittany's voting for Kylan, no matter what. Like, I talked about how I think Kylan could win if they're looking at it from a game standpoint, but like, I don't think Brittany's one of these people that's ever going to look at it from that much of a game standpoint. Like, I feel like she's always going to have like her personal feelings, like kind of blocking her from. Wait, what is this? Oh, I forgot. I'm a fucking idiot. I forgot I could jump for a second. I'm just like an idiot. It feels weird because like I just, the game that I played since our last stream was Titanfall 2, which I like rushed through that game. It only took me like 5 hours. Had a lot of fun with it. But like when you're in a mech, you can't jump, and like for some reason I was like thinking this is like the same thing where you can't jump. But whatever. Why does everyone love Derek X? Oh yeah, hey Ja, didn't even see you there in chat. Oh, did I skip one? Do I think Kylan is a Darren? That's what, a male Karen? Probably. Like, again, based on what we've seen on his Twitter, yeah. I feel like that's more than likely the case. Yeah, let's see. But yeah, why does everyone love DX? I mean, I think I think a lot of it's like he's a good person. Like, he seems like a good person. He's, also, pretty good at all three facets of the game. I think he's a very good, well-rounded player. Like, despite the fact that he comes into the game not knowing much about the game, he picks up on it very quick. But I think a lot of it is also just that a lot of people find him attractive, too. Like, I think, like, when it comes to, a lot of the, other thing, too. So, I feel like there's a lot of things in his favor. Sad Daniel Gill tested positive. Yeah. I mean, I would not be. I would not be surprised if Daniel Gill's like a anti-vax person. But again, if it was like genuinely just like a random thing that happened, then yeah. I mean, it's sad that. I mean, either way, like sad in terms of like I think he was probably the most likely person to win this season, and seeing him go out that way kind of sucks, but yeah, I'm interested to see how the season plays out. I'm not expecting a winner, but like I feel like, but then like I don't know, I'm not expecting a winner. But it does feel weird to me they haven't brought up the like secondary prize at all on the show, because I feel like they did it. The last... Oh, I don't think they did A&W 11, but I think A&W 10 they did. But then that was the first time they ever had that secondary prize, where if you don't win at all, but you're the last man standing, then you get $100,000. They haven't mentioned that this season. But I don't know, we'll see. I do think Stage 2 seemed more difficult than I expected it to be, because I was expecting they were going to try to have a winner this season, especially with Stage 1 being relatively easy. Stage 1, like, there's still like Tire Run. Why the fuck is that still there? Jumping Spider's getting boring, but then it did a decent amount of damage. So, but yeah, I do love the redesigned Stage 2. I personally would have chosen like maybe slightly different obstacles, but overall the general feel of it, like the overall like consistency of it, I do enjoy quite a bit. I also wish it was like took less time, but again, overall I do enjoy it. But it's a lot more difficult than I was expecting, because I was expecting that they were gonna make it relatively easy, like A&W 11, to where they were gonna have like an automatic winner, like where it would like be very obvious they were gonna have a winner, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. I have not seen Stage 3, though. I don't know what that course is. I'm assuming it's gonna be, obviously mostly the same, but like, I don't know, we'll see. I would guess there's not a winner, though, based on the edit, of how Vance, it was the only person to clear in this episode. I mean, if there is a winner, then like I feel like there's not going to be that many Stage 2 clears. I feel like I'll be surprised if there's more than like 5 or 6 Stage 2 clears. Which again, we could still technically get a winner out of that, but again, like for the finale is only going to be 2 hours. That's already been confirmed, and they still have the rest of Stage 2. They have all of Stage 3, and then possible Stage 4. I don't think it's likely we get a winner, but it'll be cool if we do. I should go in the circle? Probably not. I would not do well. Again, I'm not big into social media. Again, like outside of YouTube and now Twitch, like don't use much. I mean, like again, like I'm on Twitter. Like obviously I have that Twitter account. Like I use it to like catch up on news and like stuff like that. But like I don't actually like obviously I've never posted anything on it. Like I'm just not a very social media savvy person.
What do you mean doesn't appear to exist?
One moment, Pathfinder. I have found something.
Jack played an ORG. Let's see, yeah, like I believe Jack was like a big ORG guy, right? Like he was. I think he played. Did he play Sequester? Or was he just like involved in the Sequester community? I feel like it was something like that, right? Who do I think Flick would take if she went Final Immunity? Probably Haley. And yeah, I mean, I think this is one of the things that of the reasons why I think it was probably better for her to take George than Kara is because if she takes Kara to the end, Flick is so much more incentivized to take Kara to the end than Haley. So by Haley keeping George around, and especially in this situation where like I feel like Haley feels pretty confident she's going to win against George, she also makes it much more likely that she gets to the end in the case.
There must be some way to record it.
In the case that Flick wins immunity. By the way, I know it's called org. I just like in my head I say org and then I just say it out loud. But I know it's org.
Get ready. We're getting out of here. Sam, find me another exit away from the cat.
Where would everyone land on the winner ranking if they won BB23? I mean, it's tough at this point, but let's see who. I mean, like obviously Claire's leaving.
Use them against the
Who
cat.
really cares there? Alyssa would be pretty low. I would guess like. I mean, how? Like it's tough with anyone not in the cookout because like they technically weren't in control the entire game then. Like at this point. So like Alyssa would be very low, really just in general. But yeah, it's like even if she like wins out from this point, or like I don't see any scenario where she's like above bottom tier. Derek F is bottom tier. Azza is probably bottom tier. I feel like Hannah would probably be mid-tier. Kylan would be mid-tier. Xavier would probably be mid-tier. And then Tiffany would probably be bottom, top tier, I would guess. Yeah, I haven't actually like looked through the power or the winner ranking list. But that's kind of like just my general outlook right now. And even like it's like I guess like a debate could be made for Xavier being top tier, but again, like, I think when we actually like look at it, it's like what has Xavier really done? Like again, like it's weird because like Xavier is in a dominant position, but largely because of the concept of the cookout existing, which I don't think is a very well. I mean, I guess, but that thing, and that's like more so in line with a player ranking than it is with a winner ranking. In terms of his winning game, but even then, it's like, I mean, we'll see how he ends up playing out the end game anyway, because like I do think he's probably gonna need to win out at the end. I see Blair Pav Cruz. Have I played any more Undertale? Yeah, I'm sorry to inform you, I have not. Oh, well, actually, I played 30 minutes more, and at that point, I was like, I don't know if it's for me. I'm gonna be honest. Like Undertale, I just don't think it's a game for me. I would ideally like to come back to it, but I feel like there's other games that I feel like are more likely because like at the end of the day, like I'm playing a lot of these games right now because like I wanna see if they can make my top 25 games of the generation video that I plan on doing. And it's like I feel like at this point I'm pretty secure and like Undertale's probably not making it. So I did drop it, but again, possibly come back to it. But yeah, I don't think it's a game for me. But yeah, since then I did play like a little bit of The Witness. Which again is a fun puzzle game, but again, at the end of the day, probably not making the list. And then again, as I said, I played Titanfall 2, and just like blew through that, which was a lot of fun. I would like to put it on the list, but it's probably not going to make the cut because it, like again, like it's probably like 27, I think, on the list as of right now. And then, yeah, next game I'm gonna play on my own is probably Metal Gear Solid 5. We'll see. There's one season with so many people in season 3, or in stage 3. Yeah, like okay, NW11 had like 20 something people, 21 people, which is ridiculous.
Everyone accounted for.
We saw everything from orbit.
Can't believe they brought back the like, I'm assuming you mean the mini thing. Like, I think the mini, that mini HOH thing, or mini veto thing, I think that's actually like a fun comp. I actually like that comp. I think it's cringy that they did the gun, like, stupid shrinking people thing. Like, that's fucking dumb.
This is a Meridian, or at least
actually, are they actually, they're not shrinking them, are they? They're making them. I don't even know. Whatever. Like, that entire like laser beam stupid thing is so dumb. And like, even like seeing like them having Claire and Kylan like pretend like they're like surprised of like, oh, where'd they go and stuff. It's like, what are we doing here? Oh, thank you, Engine Twitcher, for the 50 bits there.
Did they have time for a plan? Well, if the Scourge is messing things up, maybe that's where we should look.
At what?
Yeah, this season with Survivor, with Australian Survivor, has definitely been very twisty, and I feel like it's a progression of what we saw on the last couple seasons. Like, I feel like it used to be that, like, oh, twists were only a thing during non-elimination episodes. And I feel like that made sense. Like, even though, again, fuck non-elimination episodes, it's like, it's kind of a necessity based on how Australian TV is made. To where it requires them to have, like, 24 to 26 episodes. Now, obviously, ideally, they would increase the size of the cast, but that will also cost more money. So it's like, I get it. I get non-elimination episodes, even though I hate it. But with this season, it's really weird because, like, they've been adding twists during rounds that aren't non-elimination episodes. And that's been a big worry for me with Australian Survivors, that they're just, like, adding in random twists for the sake of it at this point, which I don't love, but whatever. Yeah, I think this is my
you seem well.
second or third favorite AU season. This last week has been even though I didn't love how the episodes were overall put together, it's like it's been a strong round gameplay wise.
We're all doing quite
these
well
last
here.
couple rounds.
Thank you.
We're obviously going to get more than likely Haley George Final 2, which is a very amazing Final 2. I wish Haley didn't get voted out, but outside of that, amazing Final 2. And it has all the makings of an all-time great season, but it also has like so many problems with like what Australian Survivor fundamentally is, and then again with the abundance of twists that were added.
I appreciate your encouragement and your candor.
That again, that knocks it down. But I think when we're talking about AU, like, I think there is possibly an argument for this being my favorite. I think it is one of the most consistent seasons of AU. Which is my problem with AU just in general, is I do think overall Survivor AU is a very inconsistent show. But but there's so many issues though. It's like it's weird because it's like when I think of this season, I think of the positives. I'll be honest. Like, I do think of all the great blindsides that happened throughout the season. But then you really think about it, it's like, yeah, there's the poor editing, and it's in a way it's similar to how I look at Championship Contenders 1, where that is currently what I have ranked as my favorite season, largely for kind of a similar thing. And to us, I do think this is a more consistent season than Champions vs. Contenders 1.
If we can somehow predict the currents and track them, we could figure out where.
But also, I feel like it has even more of the fundamental flaws with Australian Survivor than that season does. But I think it's close. Like, I do think this could be probably number 2. I mean, Australian Survivor 2017 is very strong as well.
Dr. Anwar's suggestion may indeed be our best chance of finding Meridian.
Yeah, I mean, those 3 seasons are all pretty close in the grand scheme of things.
Comes in contact with.
We'll need better data, probes for the Scourge, and Garen star charts.
The initiative made charts of Helios.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, like for me with the Undertale, it's like, I was just like, I've never been big into
numbers, but
like old school RPGs,
Sam, what exactly do we need right now?
and I feel like the overall tone of the game is also something that's like, again, it doesn't resonate with me. I get why people like it. Like I can for sure see why people like it. Again, like I had a coworker that was like really hyping it up before I played it, and like I get why he likes it, but again, like it's not the type of game that I personally enjoy playing.
Now let's make it work. Everyone's counting on us. Let's bring them home.
Wait, what girl is hotter than Lauren O'Connell? Not that it really matters. Yeah, I just like completely probably missed those comments. But anyway, if Xavier wins, it'll be a similar sort of win to Aris. Kind of, yeah. I think that's like probably an apt comparison.
Anomaly detected.
I mean, I think Xavier's probably a better player than. Wait, what is going on? Okay, I'm going here, right? Yeah, I think he's probably a better player than Aris was. But yeah, I think in terms of like their position within the Alliance.
So this is where the human
Yeah, actually, I never actually thought about it tonight. Yeah, I mean that is actually kind of that is a pretty apt comparison.
anomaly on sensors.
Where am I going? Okay, I have no clue what I'm supposed to be doing. Was it Scourge Cluster?
I'm picking up something.
Whatever. Yeah, Australian Survivor is just like a radically different show from really any of the other like Survivor variants at this point.
Probe away. Satellite detected.
Wait, what am I doing? Alright, exit, I guess? No? I guess not exit. Whatever. But yeah, this season in particular has been very train wrecky, though. Which has been, again, it's been enjoyable. It's just... I don't know, it feels so much more, it does feel different from the other Australian Survivor seasons, though. Like, what am I doing? Like, am I just going the random place? I have no clue. Yeah, I mean, like, I could see the Gabon comparisons. I don't think it's Gabon levels, though.
Looks like we're coming up on a
Like, I think it's probably more in line with, like... Nah, actually, I was gonna say San Juan del Sur, but, like, I do think, again, like, I think for the most part, this cast is better than San Juan del Sur. Even though, again, San Juan del Sur is a very top-heavy cast. You got, Natalie, you have Jeremy, and I'm talking about as players. You have Josh and Reed. But then, like, almost everyone else has no clue what they're doing. Which, I mean, I guess when we're talking about this season, I guess it is probably a similar number of people. So I don't know, maybe it is in that comparison. But I think it's, like, that level of train wreck, to where it's not, like, a complete, like, it's not, like Gabon, where, literally no one knows what they're doing. What is this? Oh, there.
deploying probe. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
Don't read it out loud? Okay, fine, I guess. But then again, if you don't want me to read it out loud, is it something you should be posting to begin with? But yeah, I won't read it out loud.
I'm picking up something.
What am I doing? I have no clue what I'm doing right now. Is it this? No.
I'm picking up something.
Like, am I supposed to do the entire system? I don't get exactly what I'm doing here. Where's Season of SA rank? I've been thinking about this. I think it might be #1. I think if the season plays out like I'm expecting it to, where Chappies wins the game, essentially, I think it might be #1. And like, even if Tyson wins, there's a debate for #1. But I feel like from a storytelling standpoint, Chappies winning is a very satisfying conclusion to this season. And I feel like at that point it is #1. I feel like it is above Philippines for me. Where am I going? But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe when I'm like further removed from the season, we'll analyze it a bit better. But as of right now, I am very high on this season of SA. Winner prediction coming in Austrian Survivor again. It's Haley.
Anomaly on sensors.
Like, I'd be very, very surprised if it's not Haley. And I feel very, very confident that Haley's going to win Final Immunity and vote out Flick. I feel like that's pretty much 100% guaranteed. Like, I would literally be mind blown if that didn't happen. But again, in the George versus Haley fight, I think, again, based on the edit and everything, I am thinking it's Haley. I guess that's not it.
Anomaly detected.
Wait, oh, is it this? Am I supposed to do this from the offset? Wait.
Probes launched.
Oh, that's what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, I'm just an idiot. Who's the best global one-time non-winning Big Brother player? Anthony or Vanessa? I think Anthony. Because I'm pretty sure... Again, the reason I haven't done a global Big Brother player ranking is because, again, I don't think it's... Like I talked about Survivor, I think it was the last stream or whatever, but it's a similar thing where it's, like, not that interesting. Where it's mostly just US players. But with Big Brother, again, like, Dean makes the top 10. And then, like, Anthony for me was, like, also, pretty much there as well. I don't think he was, like, a guaranteed one, but, like, I do think he is, I think he's a better player than Vanessa in the grand scheme of things. I love how I'm not even paying attention. I really need to, I just want to get this done so I can just progress the fucking game. Does a George win over Haley change your opinion of the season? Not, like, I feel like if George wins over Haley, I have a higher opinion of the season.
This might have been a larger system once.
Like, I'm already, like, where I'm currently at with the season is under the assumption that Haley wins. Because I feel very confident in Haley winning. But, again, if it turns out that, George wins instead, I feel like at that point I would probably say this is my favorite AU season. But yeah, I mean, it's still very strong either way. It's still a very good season. which will be better? I think Chappie's is going to end up being higher on my winner rankings than Haley, because again, Haley was voted out of the game. But I think Haley is probably the better overall player. I don't know though. Like, to us, I think Chappie's is going to be a better. I think Chappie's is a better player than what he's going to be a winner. Largely because obviously he wins out at the end. Wait, what am I doing right now?
Anomaly detected.
Wait. Okay, so that wasn't what I was supposed to do? No. Ah, fuck off. I missed it. There we go.
Probes launched. This is one of the chosen data collection.
Yeah, I think they're both going to be pretty solid players. I think Haley's going to be a better player, but again, like, I would rank Chappie's win ahead of hers because, like, she fundamentally got voted out. But if she didn't get voted out, then she would be way higher. Like, if she didn't get voted out, she would be probably bottom top tier
The data
win.
collection probe is prepped whenever you're ready, Ryder.
Like, probably around the same spot as, or like around this, like around the spot of like a Natalie Anderson, maybe a little bit higher. But again, she got voted out, and like at that point, for me, that's a pretty big deal breaker. Okay, so I need this one more time. I saw Marvel's What If. I haven't watched any Disney Plus shows. I want to, but have not gotten around to it yet. Yeah, I only spent 4 hours today watching The Circle. 4 episodes of The Circle.
Anomaly detected.
Let's see. Where's this?
Probe away.
There we go.
Getting
For Anthony to be top 10, he'll be higher than Daniel Reyes. I mean, I think there's an argument. Like, I remember, like, I was, like, thinking he's borderline top 10. I don't think he was, like, for sure in the top 10, but I remember he was, like, borderline. And, like, even at that point, it's, like, still only having 2 people on the list. Why am I even doing that? Like, that would be different from the US list. Why do it? But, like, when it's 1, it's, like, really, what is the point? But, yeah, I mean, like, I think there's an argument for Anthony being better than Daniel Reyes. I would probably lean Daniel Reyes above Anthony, but I think it is kind of close. This wasn't the right one.
anomaly detected.
Fuck that. Like, this is so boring. Like, why'd they make this like a thing in the game?
Activity is common in this
Thank
area.
you.
Might be worth planting a probe.
Where's Haley rank for player ranking? Oh, okay, so this is so like in my top 10 Australian Survivor players, she's, okay, I need to look up the list again. Like, she's below David.
Collection probe ready for placement.
Yeah, let's look at my top 10 again. I already forgot. I'm pretty sure we went through this last stream, but yeah, we'll look it up again. But then again, like, obviously, like, there's been 2 more rounds since I did it the last time. Yeah, what do we got? We got David, Jericho. I mean, like, player ranking? I think there's still an argument she's number 2. Like, even though she's got voted out, like, I think in terms of her overall potential as a player, I think she probably is number 2. Like, I feel like I have more faith in Haley than I do Jericho. I have more faith in her than Pia, than Sharn, than Brooke. I mean, to me, she's a better version of Brooke. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would say probably number 2 as a player. Again, winning game, she's low. Like, she's she's what, right above Christie then? Like, I still have her above Christie. Because to me, Christie pretty much got voted out. And only got saved by a non-elimination twist. But, like, in the sense that, like, she didn't technically get voted out. But she would have been voted out had they not said, hey, this is non-elimination at the last second.
And?
So I would have her above Christie. Then, like, I think at Shane, I don't think I can come up with an argument for it. Wait, what was it? Speak up to the crew. Favorite zombie movie? Let's look up zombie films. I feel like Dawn of the Dead remake with Zack Snyder like is a movie that I always loved, but it's like it's not because it's that great of a movie. 28 Days Later is good. Zombieland, I love, but again, like it's more of a comedy. And same thing with Shaun of the Dead. I'm trying to look this up, just see if there's anything like massive that I'm forgetting. But like I think if we're looking from like a technical standpoint, it probably is like 28 Days Later is like what I would consider the best zombie movie. In terms of like one that I enjoy watching and I also just think is genuinely good. But if we're going to like what I haven't watched Train to Busan. I need to watch that. In terms of like what movie do I personally enjoy watching the most? Probably Zombieland. Yeah. Where would George rank? I've been thinking about it, to be honest. I don't know right now. To be honest, I'm even considering right now, like, I don't know if... Is George higher than Haley on the player ranking for this season? When doing the Braun versus... or Brains versus Braun player ranking. Which is essentially ranking their games that they play in the season. Like, is George going to be higher?
We have it. I mean,
I don't know right now. I think it is very close between the two. Because, yeah, I said before, I think Haley had a much stronger pre-merge, while I think George had a much stronger post-merge. But then when you factor in Haley getting voted out and everything, like to me, but then like George got saved by an idol.
We can do it.
So it's very close between the two, and I don't know exactly where he would land on that. But in terms of the top 10. I think he is top 10 because I do. Well, I mean, if we're having Haley. Okay, wait. Who's at 10 again? Matt Rogers. Yeah, he's above Matt Rogers. But then again, he would need to be above Shawnee. But then again, I think I talked. Yeah, I talked about this last time. I think I would bump Benji off the list, move Shawnee above Benji, and then George would for sure make top 10 at that point. Okay, I think this is the interesting. Is George better or worse than Harry? I think that's kind of where I'm looking at right now for him as a player. Where I don't know. Like, I feel like Harry is the type... Like, I feel like I would have a lot more faith in Harry on any given season. But I'm probably more impressed with George's actual game from this season. So again, like if I were to actually make the list, I would have to figure out which one is higher. But I think he's around there, like so hovering around 7 and 8. Actually, I guess at that point it would be 8 and 9, wouldn't it? Because yeah, it would be 8 or 9. But still, I think he's still top 10. George Romeo ranking would be interesting if I had watched a lot of his stuff. But I haven't watched that many of his movies.
We're different. We're ready.
I think I've watched Night of the Living Dead. I've watched Land of the Dead, everyone's favorite movie. What other Romero movies have I watched? Well, I mean, Dawn of the Dead. How many does he have? Like, how many of the Dead movies has he done? Let's see. There we go. Filmography. Yeah, Night of the Living... Again, I watched Night of the Living Dead. Oh, I've watched The Crazies. I forgot about that movie. Dawn of the Dead. Oh, I've watched Creepshow. Okay, maybe I've watched more of his movies than I thought, but still not... definitely not the majority. I think the best players on Survivor AU are better than the best players on BB Can 9, but okay, so this is the end of the game. All right, let's do it. Yeah, I think like George and Haley, I think are better Australian Survivor players than any player from BB Can 9 was in relation to Big Brother Canada. Obviously Ty is the closest, but even then. Yeah, I mean, like, I think in terms of like the best, like Australian Survivor has better too, but it's like in the grand scheme of things, I think they're probably similar. I would say BB Can 9 is probably still worse though. Like, I think when we're looking at like that final 6, it's like not the greatest grouping of players in retrospect. Where'd you rank Haley as a player ranking International Survivor? I have to remember the International Survivor list. It's funny when you look up International Survivor Top 10, my video comes up right away. Same thing with like Australian Survivor Top 10, all this other stuff. If it would load, there we go. What do we got? We got obviously not Rob Bentley, not David. I mean, Haley would probably is she above or below Rob? I mean, I think she's probably above Werner. I don't know. I mean, is she? I mean, I don't know. I guess that is kind of tough to really gauge. I would say she's... I think she's for sure above Lisa. I think she's probably above Ashley Hayden. Probably.
It's a lot to process, but we earned it.
I think Werner's kind of where it's like...
led to this.
I think it's kind of close.
Tempest, we're going.
Do I plan on doing an updated AU player ranking? No, not after this season. Down the road, yes. Like, I think maybe season... I mean, again, this is a ways away probably, but like season 10, I feel like that would be a good time to do an updated one. Fuck off. Are we good still? Again, I don't know why it just did that again. Whatever. I don't know what the. Okay. What is going on? Okay, I think we're good, right? Let's just test this out real quick. Okay, I think we're good. I don't know what the fuck just happened there, but whatever. It's like the game like glitched out on me for a second. But yeah, in terms of like doing an AU player ranking, not a or updated one, not a super high priority for me, especially like after this season. Like not doing it right now. Like I think the earliest I would actually consider doing is probably after season 8. I feel like 3 seasons worth of players. I feel like that would probably be a good enough spot to do it if there's like that radical of a change. And to be fair, I mean, like even after this season, like there's already 2 new people on the list. So if we get next season, there's like 1 more person. Even if we get like 1 other person by season 8, I feel like at that point it's worth doing another one. But again, like, not going to do it for this season, though.
One last remnant door.
And I just did it for All Stars.
Controls are ahead.
Sam, everything ready?
All relevant data is queued for uplink.
Right. Let's find a path.
Yeah, I think Ty is a, would be a consistent player to make it far. But, oh yeah, Ty would make top 10. Ty would be above Adam Pike. It's funny to me that Adam Pike made the list to begin with. Because I think in retrospect he probably shouldn't have. But yeah, I think Ty is probably like right around there, if I were to guess.
It looks constructed.
Can this be correct?
I guess I'll have to look this up now.
Self-contained SeaWorld. It is the
By the way, how many views is this at? 9,000? Okay. I believe that's my most viewed BB Can video then, my BB Can player ranking. Or top 10 players. Yeah, he's above Adam. He's... I mean, like, it's debatable with Johnny. Johnny's just a player that has so much potential, but it's like at this point, like, I feel pretty confident we're never going to see him play again, and I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I would say Ty is... I don't think I could have Ty above Godfrey. I think Godfrey just understands the game a lot better than Ty does.
All our calculations have led to this. A transformative moment.
I think Johnny understands the game a lot more, but like doesn't really have the resume exactly. Like again, like I don't know. It's tough with Johnny, just because like so much of his game wasn't shown on the show. Yeah, I mean, like I think it's like around there though for Ty. Yeah, I talked about where the season ranks on season ranking. For me, it's for sure top 3 of Australian Survivor.
Once I saw what made
And I think there's a serious argument for potentially being number 1.
how and when to take
But I think like guaranteed top 3.
I let you find Meridian. And now I'll
Yeah, I
be
think
your
in
side.
retrospect, I
All
probably would have
humans
had Kevin
all
number
one
10
by one, your world will
above
die, starting with Eos.
Adam and Dimitri's.
All I need to start is an
And to us,
impulse.
I think Adam would be 12 at this point, probably. I don't know, I mean, I still think Adam and Dimitri's are very close. What are we doing in the game? I don't even know what's going on in the game. But I think I probably would have Kevin.
Pathfinder.
I mean, to us, Kevin would probably be number 9. Like, he would be above Johnny, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because I think I would have Kevin above Ty. It's tough with Kevin, though, because obviously, like, he pretty much broke the game.
Get everyone to the med bay. Hold
How
there.
close to Kiefer? Not very
What the hell is
close.
happening? No
I
idea.
wouldn't think.
Hello,
Like, I haven't obviously put this list together, but like I would think he's probably like top 20, but I don't think he's that close to top 10.
Scott, the Pathfinder needs your help.
This is crazy. She's closing on Meridian.
The Archon is
Mark
set by
BB Can 7 as a player,
nature
not
not.
good, not that good.
If basic function isn't manually restored,
I think he's the one that
she will
benefited the
die.
most from being in
Scott, please.
the Pretty
Proceed
Boys. I was about to say the
transform
Brigade.
into a weapon.
But yeah, I think in terms of the Pretty Boys, he's the one that like contributed the least and also benefited the most. Where I feel like if he wasn't in the Pretty Boys, there's no way he's getting that far into the game.
Pathfinders. They'll use us
He probably would have been booted probably at what, like 10 or 9 or 10 or so.
losing me will.
What? Sam?
I am sorry I can't help you fight.
Okay, no one,
I
that's it.
took over too much of your sister's implant, and losing me will kill
I think the Brigade's better than the Pretty Boys, probably. Like, I think, well, I don't know, though. I mean, like, I guess, like, if we're... Actually, maybe it is the opposite. Maybe it is the Pretty Boys. I think it's tough, because it's like... I think the Pretty Boys has has Anthony and Dane, who I think are 2 of the best players in Big Brother history. While, and again, like 2 people who are like, again, Dane is for sure top 10, probably top 5, and Anthony's borderline top 10. Then you have the Brigade, and then you also have Adam, who's like good, and then you have Mark, who's shit. But then you have the Brigade, which I think are probably all more consistent players. Like, again, they don't have a Mark, who I think Mark is like not a good player, and only did as well as he did because he was in the Pretty Boys. While with the Brigade, you have Matt Hoffman, who I think is a really strong player. Again, one that has his faults, but I think still pretty strong. I think Lane is a solid player. Probably kind of in line with Adam in terms of where they would rank on some sort of player ranking. In terms of like a global sort of list. And then you have Enzo and Hayden, who are both strong players. But I think Dane and Anthony are a better duo than Hayden and Enzo. Even though I think, yeah, Hayden and Enzo are still both pretty strong players. But then you also have the fact that like Brigade obviously broke up at Final 7, while like never really intended to go to the end as a 4, while the Pretty Boys did intend to go to Final 4, and if it wasn't for Kira winning HOH, it probably would have happened. So again, like, we're talking about like the better alliance. And I think there's an argument both ways. I would actually probably say Pretty Boys, maybe, but obviously the Brigade is the more like influential alliance. Like, they are the ones that set the standard for secret alliances in the game. What was Mark good at? Again, like I think Mark is again, he's, I don't know, what good thing did Mark do? Like I don't know. Okay, that was just kind of ridiculous. Like, I can't think of a single good thing really about Mark. Like, I can think of things that he's like not actively bad, I guess, but it's like I can't think of anything that's like actually like a good thing within Mark's game.
Ryder.
He made the day song. I guess.
The Hyperion's dark. Sam with it. We need to get back.
Wait, no. That door is remnant.
Yeah, like I'm thinking of, like, the other 3 players in the Pretty Boys. Like, they just all like have like actual real merit to them. I feel like, well, like I don't feel like Mark ever contributed anything
It's hurting
to the Pretty Boys.
We'll find another way.
We need to get back.
Do you think at the time we had Kelly Wigglesworth, Kelly Wentworth on the same season confusing? Like, do I think it was confusing to have both of them on? Not. I mean, like, kind of, I guess. I mean, like, it could have been if they had went by their first names, but it's like, obviously they just went by Wigglesworth and Wentworth, so it was, like, kind of fine.
I don't believe it. Are you okay?
Do I think George is during management by him? I don't know. Like, again, like, I am assuming he's gonna lose. I just don't know how he's gonna lose. In terms of, like, is it going to be because there is this anti-George sentiment, or is it going to be because they were just so pro-Haley? I think that's going to be the interesting thing to find out post-season, because that is going to influence how I look at him as a player. Where, like, if we find out that, like, oh, George loses every Final 2 scenario, then, yeah, I mean, that will greatly influence how I think of George as a player. But if it turns out that it's like, oh, he would have won against everybody but, like, Flick and fuck is her name, Haley. I don't know why I just forgot her name there. But yeah, like, if it turns out that he like would have, again, like, if he wins against Kara, if he wins against
There you are.
I don't know, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure he would lose against Way, right? But I don't know. Either way, like, if there are, like, clear people he wins against.
Small flotilla. You got the last signal before the Archon locked it down.
We're not letting that stand. Be ready to move.
Wait, we need a plan.
Yeah, I do think
With what?
we'd be assessed higher. But again, like I just don't know. Again, like we say jury management, but it's like, what has he really done that's been that bad to the jury?
He has Sam. He has ships. But I am still able to do something.
He's got the Hyperion. That's how many thousand hostages?
How many worlds does he destroy if we don't?
Like to me, he hasn't done any. Like we haven't seen at
get
least
ourselves
anything he's
killed?
done that's
Well, we
been
have to
that
do something,
egregious.
right? I know, but the Tempest is one ship and she isn't even armed.
Now, I think we'll have to wait until Final Tribal Council and like see how things play out before really assessing his jury management. Where do you think the Cookout would rank amongst dominant alliances? I think if they get to 6, I think they probably are the most dominant alliance. Again, like for that to be a 6-person alliance where all of them get to 6, and also do so with less focus around winning competitions, I do think that is very impressive.
Did an impossible thing. Can you keep that up? Have them fight for us?
You see Kara pulling a topaz? Yeah, I can see that. I don't, like, is Kara? I feel like Kara's a fan though, right? Like she's supposedly. Well, I mean, obviously, like she did messed up stuff in the past, but I feel like she's. Like, hopefully, she knows what she's doing. Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah, about the that they have just started filming a new Australian Survivor season. Obviously, the rumors that's blood versus water.
But the Remnant give us a chance worth
And
taking.
they're filming again in Australia, which is kind of weird.
Right.
But whatever.
If we have to
Yeah,
fight,
personally, I don't
fight.
really care. Like,
We bring everything in
again, like
the
especially now that Survivor's
The Archon thinks he has
US
it
is
all
always
figured
filming in
out.
Fiji. It's like, I don't know, shooting somewhere else is nice
He doesn't
for these
understand.
other versions.
The Remnant.
What do I think of
How far
Haley
will it
preseason? I was pretty high on her, but I decided to only make one brains woman a contender, and I decided to go with for my winner pick, and I decided to go with Georgia instead, which obviously in retrospect is a massive mistake, but I was still pretty high on Haley. I think I had her number 5 in my power ranking preseason. I can look this up real quick.
Everyone is prepping Pathfinder, but we should talk. Come to the bridge.
Yeah, let's see where we go. Alright, so I had Haley at number 6. Who did I have at number 5? Oh, I had Danny above Haley? Interesting. Okay, but either way, I had Haley at 6. So, yeah, so my preseason power ranking was number 1, Shannon. 2, Chelsea. Fuck me. 3, Kez. 4, Georgia. 5, Danny. 6, Haley. 7, Gavin. Wow, that was a disaster. 8, Flick. I forgot I was so high on Emmett. Emmett's number 9. 10, Baden. Why was I so high on Baden? 11, Away. 12, Phil. 13, Andrew. 14, Laura. 15, Mitchell. 16, Benny. Oh no, where's George in this? Holy shit. George's at 21. Okay, George's at 21. So, yeah, I was wrong on that. Which thankfully I was wrong. Like, again, like, and George is a fantastic character. And again, has made for the best TV this season. Like, even though, again, his edit is probably too big. Like, I believe he's, like, at 150 something confessionals or something like that. Which, again, is insane. But, or I think he passed, right? Because I think I saw that he passed Avi. And I think Avi had, like, 154 or something. So, I don't know. Either way, he has a ridiculous amount of confessionals. But
I saw what happened.
yeah, at least he's a fun
Waste
presence.
of a good speech if you didn't.
Not that, and you know it.
I
Using
think it's
remnant
taking
without Sam
place in
hurts
like
you
a mining
a
town
lot.
or something, right? for Australian Survivor. I think, yeah, what was it? Townsville? I know nothing about yeah, I know nothing about Australian geography, but I don't know, from my understanding, it's like it's filming outside of Townsville, yeah, which is a city in Queensland. It's like filming in a camping area outside of town. So I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at pictures of it. Like, it pretty much just looks like similar to this season in terms of terrain. Probably a little bit more green. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't look too dissimilar from this season.
Gil can put a humidifier on the bridge. It's nothing.
Don't do that. I'm not blind. Maybe you can raise a fleet. And
How Georgia do? Not well.
Like soldiers for a day. I only know one thing.
Pretty much got the purple edit.
We can't bury another Pathfinder.
Yeah, I think the jury will vote for Haley. If I were to guess jury votes, like I think Flick probably votes Haley. I think I'm trying to look up the list. So okay, Kara votes George, right? To be honest, I think that's his only locked vote, though. Like I don't think anyone else is like locked in on George. But I think Flick will vote Haley. I think Way could go either way, but I think she probably leans Haley. Danny probably goes Haley. Andrew probably goes Haley.
We'll all be standing
Emmett
at the end,
could go either way, but and like I would have said George, but I believe in his Jury Villa video he was very high on Haley. Laura, I think, probably goes Haley. Gerald probably goes along with Flick and whatever, and goes for Haley. And Baden could go either way. I think Baden could go either way, but yeah, like I don't think it's looking great for George in terms of jury votes against Haley. Like, the thing is, though, it's like, if we're looking at this endgame, outside of Kara, like, who can George beat?
You'll get nothing from me.
Like, can he beat Way? From what I understand, the jury really respected Way. So it's like, are we going back to Andrew? But then I feel like they respected Andrew to a degree as well. I think he definitely has a better chance when against Andrew. But, like, I feel like that's going to be tough. I don't think he would beat Emmett. Going back to, like, Laura. Like, I don't know. I think it's tough to see him winning this season.
He wants to exalt everyone. If Helios doesn't submit, he'll destroy entire planets.
Yes. And you're the proof that I can.
Yeah, I believe, did Haley pass Tara? I think if she didn't, she was very close.
I no longer need you, Pathfinder.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I typically keep my own confessional count. I kind of stopped. And I've been mostly just looking at other people's confessional counts for the current seasons that are going on. Yeah, I do believe she was very close to Tara, if not already past her.
That's more than we thought. We've got this.
They're closing, all sides. We need cover. Hug the remnants.
It's kind of annoying to find Australian Survivor confessional charts, but either way, I'm pretty sure it's.
I don't know which is
I think
worse,
she's
the
up
Scourge or
there.
the Cat.
The Scourge and the Cat.
Waiting for this one to load. There we go.
How close are we
Okay,
to
I'm looking at it now.
Scourge?
Yeah, she's not quite there yet. She is, I don't know if she's gonna make it. She would need like 10 more confessionals, I think, somewhere in that range. To hit it, which, looking at the last few seasons of Australian Survivor, the most confessionals in the finale have been 6, 4, 3, 6. So it's like, again, like very unlikely that she gets it, I think. But she's going to be very close to Tara. Mind you, Tara had 2 more episodes, by the way. Tara had 26 episodes, so.
Headache to our advantage.
So, who played the best game that got medevaced? I'm not actually sure. In terms of cool, actually, even in terms of quit, I don't know the right answer right away. I'm trying to look up Survivor Medevacs, but I feel like it's gonna be kind of tough.
Never been so glad to see that stuff.
Get the Hyperion.
I mean, how many, like, are there really any people that have gotten medevac that have actually played, like, truly great games before they got medevaced? I don't think so, right? At least on US, like, I can't remember international. But I don't feel like US has one that's like...
There's no point in continuing this.
You wish to force my hand.
That's like a clear-cut answer.
Unlike you in the Pathfinder, I do not require You've made this much more difficult, Pathfinder.
Here's a list of all the medevacs. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. At least with the US, I don't think there's anyone here that's, Mike Farassi. Yeah. No one's, like, coming off as that top tier. I mean, I guess probably the answer would be Eric, just because he got so close and had a winnings... Well, actually, did he have a winning scenario? Like, if Eric loses to both Don and Cochran, so he would need to go against Sherry and Eddie. Which, like, does he win that? I mean, like, probably, right? But it's, like, not really a guaranteed win either. Because I don't think any of those three were that well respected. So I don't know. Is it Joe yeah, is it Joe Del Campo at that point? I don't know. Yeah, I don't think any of these people played a particularly strong game.
We'll beat it down, like it or not.
Wherever the Archon goes to ground, that's where we're heading.
Hot drop in 5, 4, 3.
What, Georgia? I'm assuming you're still talking about? I don't know. She's, like, she kinda got, like, she got pulled from the game for medical reasons, was able to come back, and then got formally voted out immediately after that, anyway. But, like, it turned out that she, had, like, a, I forgot, what was the word? Ectopic pregnancy? Whatever. Which obviously, like, sucks that she had to deal with that while playing Survivor.
Who's with you?
But, yeah, that was, like, something she didn't find out until, like, after the show. I think that obviously played a factor into things there. Actually, this looks pretty nice, actually. A lot of people get a purple head out in Australian Survivor. Not everyone. But I mean, like, when I'm talking about purple, like, with Australian Survivor, I'm talking about, like, you literally get no confessionals for... Like, I don't think she got a confessional until, like, episode 5 or something, right?
Pathfinder? He's taken them.
Captain Dunn?
The core is lit up like Christmas.
Like, I think it was literally the first time that she was, like, a possible boot candidate, which I think was, like, when George used his idol. Or was it not even until the car episode? So it was like episode 5 or 6, either way, that she didn't get any content until then. Mike Farassi, how's he as a player? Obviously the greatest of all time. What could have been? Wait, what's the zoom? Wait, oh, okay. Why the fuck is it square to accelerate? Whatever. Haley's JT, George is Steven. I don't think that's like a super apt comparison in the sense that obviously JT and Steven work the entire way.
Captain, what is it?
Through.
Go.
But in terms of like George, is like a strategic master. Is that supposed to look like that? Okay, I guess it is. Yeah, obviously George is like the more strategic player, and
He's right.
Haley is still a competent strategic player, but also has like... I think, again, Haley's a more well-rounded player. Which Final 2 is better, Rob and Nicole or Haley and George? I mean, I think Rob and Nicole, from the fact that Haley got voted out and George almost got voted out as well. And I mean, in terms of like players on their respective shows, I think it's like kind of closer. But actually, let's look this up real quick. I don't remember, where did Nicole land on my South Africa player ranking? I really don't remember anymore. I forgot how fucking dark that it's funny that the as far as South Africa top 10 player video, the thumbnail for that video is way darker than it should be, because I made the thumbnail and then where is she? She's number 7. Either way, that's still higher, right? 1 and 7 would be higher, than 2 and 9. So I guess it still would be Rob and Nicole would be higher. Who's the worst quitter? Who's the worst quitter? Worst quitter as a player, or worst quitter as in like your quit, like in terms of their quit? I'm assuming you're doing player, considering yeah, Martinez is pretty bad. But like at least he okay.
Go through on foot.
Fine. I mean, at least he survived a round. And like was in the majority, at least at the very beginning of the game.
He'll use Scott to make Meridian a
Even though
weapon.
again, he kind of blew up his own game even
Can't
at
let
that
that
tribal,
happen.
but whatever. He's pretty bad, but I don't think he is the worst. Trying to think. Well, I'm like, I think Colton's quit from Blood vs. Water is pretty notably bad. Where he literally quits just because like he didn't.
Remember that.
He's like he knew he was going to be voted out. Okay, what am I doing? Oh, I did actually defeat the cat? Whatever. How would I feel if we got player Phil Martinez? I mean, at least it'd be fun. Like, obviously, I'm assuming it's like not literally. Like, are we talking about literally 20 people that look and play and everything like Martinez? Then I feel like that'll be just weird. But it's like if it's 20 people that like like 20 different types of people, but they all just end up playing like Martinez, I feel like that'd be kind of funny. Then would they all quit? Like would they all like quit when they know they're getting voted out? Yeah, just act like Martinez. I feel like yeah, that'll be fun. Where are the enemies? Oh, there. I mean, it would be a train wreck of a season, obviously. Like, it wouldn't be a top tier group of players, but it would be funny.
Watch out, Pathfinder. The big cat ship is coming back around.
Keep moving. We can't let them stop us. I think it's veering off.
I mean, I'll be honest, like, in terms of name pronunciations, I mean, I'm definitely not the person to go to, so it's like, for all I know, like, Martinez, like, who knows how it's pronounced? I think it is, like, actually pronounced that way, though, right? But, yeah, definitely not known for my, accurate pronunciation of names. No matter how train wrecky of a season it is, like, is it going to be, like, if they're all, like, these crazy people, like, are they also going to play the game in a crazy way? Because, like, did Martinez even play that crazily? Like, how many votes was he even in? Like, I remember his first tribal, but, like, did he quit on his second tribal?
Move inside, Pathfinder. We'll hold the line out here. Keep them off the Hyperion.
I'm looking this up real quick. Martina, yeah, he. Yeah, so he quit by the time of his second tribal. Mind he voted for Vern. I forgot about that. Actually, he didn't even vote correctly once. Okay, I guess Martinez is pretty bad. Like, even though he was in the majority alliance to begin with, he still votes for Werner. Because he was upset at Werner for, like, calling him out, right? For, like, they were, like, acting as if Martinez was the target. But, like, he thought that they actually were targeting him, so he was pissed off at him, so, yeah. I like the move from Haley. I don't... Like, it's a good move, but I think it's probably getting too much credit. Because, yeah, like, to me, it's like, it's the obvious move for George. Like, George, who is this hyper-strategic player, this person who looks at the game from a numbers standpoint, from a probability standpoint. Like, I feel like, to me, it's the obvious move for George to make to keep Haley around. Because, again, like, by going to the end of the car, you're essentially guaranteeing, all but guaranteeing that Flick wins final immunity. And through that, probably votes you out at final 3. While taking Haley, obviously, makes there a chance that Haley wins final immunity to where she takes you. Like, to me, it's not even a choice. But again, like, I'm not like my Survivor player, so it's like, I don't know. Like, to me, it's like, it's the obvious choice. Like, to me, like, it wouldn't even need convincing from Haley to make the move. Like, again, to me, it wouldn't be that surprising if it turns out like Haley had nothing to do with this, and it's like, it was just like George's idea to do this to begin with. Because, like, again, it is beneficial for George. Like, it's not like Haley convinced him to do something that was against his best interest. Like, it was in his best interest to do so.
Too lean for this, Pathfinder. We risk being more distraction than help.
Understood.
Hey, Circle. Yeah, I have watched the Circle season 3, the 4 episodes so far. But yeah, I've been, again, solid. More of the Circle. Doesn't really go much beyond that in my eyes. Like, it's literally just more of the Circle. But, like, it just pretty much feels like Series 3 of the UK, but then with the US cast. Fuck off. Okay. But yeah, I think in terms of 211, this is probably the best one, because, like, this is the most intentional one, right? Because, like, we had the 211 in New Zealand, but, like, that wasn't that great, because, like, it was essentially Terra quitting. Like, that's really all the 211 really was. We had the 211 in Championship Contenders, but that was essentially Shawnee giving, like, a last-ditch effort to stay in the game, because she knew she was going to lose forced firemaking. She knew she was going to lose firemaking. And have we had one since? Yeah, so I mean, like, either way, like, out of those 3, like, this is for sure the best one of those 3. That bell. Yeah, I felt bad for Michelle too, especially when she gets well, okay, spoiler for the Circle, episode 3, I guess. Yeah, I mean, when she gets taken out, I really felt bad for her. Especially, like, when she sees that, like, Daniel didn't vote for her. Like, she seemed to, like, be genuinely, like, hurt by that.
The Pathfinder comes. For the future of cats, we jump the hill. There is no doubt.
Yeah, last couple seasons have had, like, really, Illustrious have had very personal moments, but it's, like, it's also, like, like, part of it does feel kind of, like, icky in a way, particularly, like, the Flick one, like, obviously it's very heartwarming and everything, I don't know if heartwarming is really heartbreaking, I guess. Now, obviously, Flick lost her mother while out there and all that stuff. But also, it kind of feels like it's handled in a bit of an A&W way, where it feels like they're like using that to propel the storyline of the season, which kind of feels a bit more icky. But then they kind of have to. But I don't know. I like that. Oh fuck! Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I mean, to me though, like that's something I would rather not have on the season. In an ideal world, obviously heart goes out to Flip for having to deal with that sort of stuff. But like if you had me, well, I mean, obviously, like just in general, like I don't hope for someone's loved one to die, but yeah, just in general. Also, it's like I would prefer. Oh, I forgot about the Luke 2-on-1. I mean, that's the best one. Luke 2-on-1's best out of the 4. Yeah, because that was pretty impressive, especially because like he puts it together at Tribal, right? Yeah, again, it's a weird one though because it's at Final 5, but yeah, it is still technically a 2-1-1. So
I can give us one shot.
I'll keep the cat away. Can you two assist?
Yeah, that was actually like a really yeah, it's pretty impressive. It was definitely more impressive to me than the Haley one. Don't know why Michelle didn't go to see anyone. I think it's to keep the like other Michelle safe, which is weird because again, like this happened in Survivor in the Circle UK Series 3, where I'm pretty sure in that version, like again, like the thing is, like the Circle UK, like it was notorious. Like there was this controversy over, oh, the producers are forcing me to go see someone. I didn't want to go see them. The producers forced me. Yeah, I feel like that's probably what happened here with Michelle here. And then like obviously Michelle doesn't get a goodbye message. And I think all of it was like to not reveal the Michelle, like that the fake Michelle was still there.
Everyone read. That landing just made
which also makes me wonder, like, why'd they even bother giving her a choice, though? Because like, there's been points in the past, though, where, like, they literally didn't even, like, bother showing them as having a choice. So I don't know, whatever. But either way, like, I feel like more than likely that was, like, a producer-influenced sort of thing. Wait, do I not have any ammo at all? Oh, well, that's fun. Wait, oh fuck out. Oh no, I'm thinking I'm playing Titanfall. Yeah, I was using the controls like that's why I was playing Titanfall still.
Ascendant. Deploying to safeguard arc system. Commencing. We'll keep record stable. Commencing bridge recovery.
Winner pick for Survivor South Africa Philippines. I don't remember. Who was my winner? Did I have a winner? I mean, like I didn't start watching it until I think it was episode 4. But, I'm trying, did I have a winner pick? It wasn't Tom, I can assure you that. But I don't remember if I had a winner pick. I'm trying to remember all the cast. Katinka, no. Was it? I know I was rooting for Werner by the end game, but I don't think he was my winner pick. I don't think I picked Tevin. I don't know if I had a winner pick that season. Maybe I just didn't bother with one because it was so late. I don't remember. I don't think I... Oh my god, fuck me. There we go. I remember what Island of Secrets. I picked Jeffrey, right? Which I kind of forgot about that.
Guess we'll find out.
Wait, which Final 4 round is better? Forced fire making, 2-on-1 or 3-2? 2-on-1. I mean, by far. Again, obviously 3-1 is just a standard vote out. Like, that's not that interesting. Fire making is not that interesting at all to me. And then a 2-on-1 is actually, most of the time, should be a very interesting vote out. Because essentially a 2-on-1 is, again, most of the time it's you tricking the other two players into voting different ways. Again, like, any plurality vote to me is very interesting. I've always loved plurality votes. I actually wanted to do that. I want to rank every plurality vote in Survivor history. The problem with that is that there's kind of a lot when you add in, like, vote splits and everything. I don't know if there's a lot, but, like, there's probably a decent amount. There's, like, a decent amount, like, not great ones because of the vote splits. But, I still think it would be a fun video to do at some point. Again, don't know when I would do it, though. Oh my god, it feels like this end game for this game is taking a while. Where are we at? Are we at 2 hours? We're past 2 hours at this point.
Get out of my head!
You are irrelevant.
I think this is the final boss, though, right? Where am I going? Am I going down there? Nope, I'm not. That was a mistake. I realized that right when I did it. Who am I rooting for in this season circle? I don't think I'm rooting for anybody necessarily. But I do really like, yeah, I like Nick as a character. I like Daniel as a character. I like Matt is his real name, right? Ashley, I like him as a character, though I don't think he's long for a game. Yeah, I like Sophia.
It's amazing.
Again, I feel like we need to see more of Sophia, but I like Sophia. Yeah, I feel like that's... Oh, I like Kai. Or Kay. I forgot how you pronounce her name already. But, I like her as well.
Long time coming.
If I were to guess who's the winner, though, at this point, I would say I would guess a K. That we're gonna get a K win.
Never been more ready.
Yes. I feel it.
But again, who knows?
Connection is ready. I can feel it.
I felt like with last season, I really picked up on the Lisa win pretty early on.
We need to move. Come on.
But I feel like with Joey, I didn't realize, like, I didn't figure out, like, I didn't think Joey was winning until, like, pretty late into it. Like, I think until, like, the final week. So I don't know. We'll see. But, yeah, if I were to guess, I would say, Kai is, or Kay is winning.
Sarah, get my clues?
How are you feeling, Scott?
Was more impressive gameplay, Tommy convincing Nora not to send him in the fire. Tommy convincing Nora not to send him in the fire is more impressive than Chris giving up immunity. To me, at least. I don't think it's more impressive to every person, like, that's, like, to every jury member. I feel like, if you ask, like, the jury of Edge of Extinction, I think they probably would say Chris giving immunity is more impressive, but, yeah, for me personally, it would definitely be Tommy. Convincing, like, when you convince someone to not put you in the fire, I feel like that's more impressive than actively going in the fire and winning. Thoughts on The Masked Singer? I've watched like 2 episodes ever, and not my favorite thing. I feel like it's the type of show that I would have watched when I was a kid, but at the point that I'm at now, it's like I don't care. Like I don't really have that much interest in it. Is this the final boss?
If they survive drawing this much power,
Only care about one of them.
Whatever. Okay, well that didn't work. Tommy, Dean, Dan, worst final 3?
I can't keep this up.
I mean, like, obviously Dan's bad. I don't know if, yeah, Tommy and Dean, so. As long as Tommy, like, yeah, as long as Tommy wins that, like, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world from a, especially from a gameplay perspective. if we're talking about from a TV perspective, then, well, I mean, even that's not the worst thing, because I think Dean's an interesting TV character. So I mean, I feel like there's worse. There's points in this game where I just feel like it's gonna crash on me. That was like one of those. Start watching Hell's Kitchen. I would actually be interested in watching Hell's Kitchen at some point. Yeah, I watched some, like, a few episodes here and there when I was a kid, but I haven't watched it since. But I would actually be interested in watching it, but probably not happening soon. Yeah, I mean, the thing about, like, Dom... Like, I don't think Dom should have taken Wendell to fire. I think realistically, I mean, not realistically, the opposite. I think ideally, I think that's what I was trying to say. I think Dom actually should have taken Wendell.
You'll take Meridian out from under it.
We play this smart. I know it hurts, but you have to call
That way. Well, actually, no, I think really he should have made Laurel and Wendell go to fire. Probably would be the optimal move. Because, like, he was never getting Laurel's vote anyway. He secures... but again, this is under the assumption that he knew a tie was coming, which obviously he didn't. But, again, in an ideal world, he probably would have put Laurel in fire making. And he probably wins the game if he does that, I would guess. But, again, how would he know that that scenario would actually happen?
Keep moving. We need the power relay.
What separates The Masked Singer with all the other celebrity shows? There are actually some genuine celebrities. I feel like that's the way it is with most of these celebrity shows, that they start off with genuine celebrities, and then, like, as more and more time goes on, they, like, start having to dig a lot deeper. And, like, I think when you go to, like, Dancing with the Stars, at this point, it's like, who the fuck are most of these people? But then, I guess, like, with, Celebrity Big Brother, people were like, who the fuck are these people? But it's like, I knew most of the people that are there for US, I'm talking about. I'm trying to, like, with US, I believe... Like, season 1 in particular, I feel like I knew everyone there. I think, with the exception, I didn't know Marissa,
Target stragglers.
which is kind of ironic, saying she obviously wins. Like, James Maslow I've, like, heard of, but, like, I barely knew who he was. Like, I heard of, like, Big Time Rush and stuff, but, like, I know exactly who James Maslow is.
I don't have to practice.
Assisting.
Sam?
I'm still restricted, but the more remnant you destroy, the more fractured the Archon's attention.
But yeah, I don't know. Masked Singer is, like, again, it's an interesting concept. Like, it's definitely a show that, again, like, I'm pretty sure I really liked when I was younger. When I was still watching, like, American Idol and The Voice and stuff like that, but, at this point, I don't really care too much about singing-related shows.
I'll crush you with your own toys.
And it doesn't really give me what I would personally want from, like, a celebrity-based reality show. Where, like, I would want, like, the crazy, wacky, like, sort of character moments. Like, that you would get from, like, Celebrity Apprentice or Celebrity Big Brother. Which you just don't get from The Masked Singer, because they're all masked, and you're supposed to be guessing who these people are and all that stuff.
Got it exposed. Lock it down. Interface now.
I have no clue what I'm doing, actually. I guess I'm just, whatever. Fine, that worked. Wait, I just realized. Oh, is our entire crew with us? I never actually paid attention. That's really fucking weird. Your entire crew goes with you on the final mission?
There. The Archon's pulling power on the
yeah, Gordon Ramsay's fantastic too. Yeah, like, I haven't watched much of his stuff, but, like, and he just seems like a great figure for TV.
Got it. Heading to the relay.
There's 20 seasons? Actually, how many seasons are there? There's probably more than 20, isn't there? Like, it's probably like... because, like, it's been on since... Like, I'm assuming it's, like, what, 2 years or something? Was Gordon Ramsay on MasterChef? I didn't even know he was even on MasterChef.
Sweep as we go. Now point the head.
Yeah, I knew T-Pain. I know T-Pain. From whatever. I mean, the thing about the Masked Singer that's also weird is that, like, they have actual singers on there. So it's like, in a show that's supposed to be like a singing competition, doesn't that just make it, like, weird when you're having, like, actual singers? Is there only 21 seasons? I'm actually surprised by that. I thought there would have been more. So again, like, T-Pain winning season 1, it's like, is that big of a surprise? Oh yeah, I haven't talked about Double Eviction tomorrow. Yeah, should be interesting. Like, obviously Claire's going home first, but the second eviction should be somewhat interesting. And again, for me, being a person that's, like, at this point rooting for Tiffany to win, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out, because Tiffany has a pretty big chance of going home. She's not the most likely to go home. Alyssa's still the most likely to go home. However, if Alyssa wins one of those two comps, then Tiffany is in some serious danger, depending on who wins the other one.
Get all targets. Keep a straight course. Another gap.
Okay.
I'm not seeing an interface.
Hold there. I'll try and raise the platform.
Are you sure?
No. But we have to win this.
Whenever I hear, like, he just sounds like a fake Troy Baker, doesn't he? The guy that plays the other rider. Last season had Kermit the Frog. Is that really a thing?
Every outpost, every colonist, every you set foot.
Yeah, Double Eviction should be fun. Even if it just ends up with a Alyssa boot, like, at least at that point we get the Cookout making it the final 6. And if we get Tiffany getting blindsided and stuff, then at least that'll be interesting TV too. And there's even, like, a slimmer of a chance that Xavier gets taken out. If, like, Hannah wins HOH, she puts up... Like, if Hannah wins HOH, or, like, even Azza to a degree, but I don't think Azza would bite the bullet this early, but I think if Hannah wins HOH, she puts up... Which I do think is one of the more likely HOH comp results. Again, like, the people tomorrow that, again, are trying are Hannah, Azza, and Alyssa. Is that it? Like, Kylan's gonna throw it. Xavier's gonna throw it, and then Big D's gonna try, but it's like, come on, is Big D winning? Again, Alyssa's gonna put up Tiffany and Kylan, with the target being Tiffany. Tiffany would probably go home if Nam stayed the same. Though if she wins Vito, then Kylan probably goes home. You have Hannah. Well, any of the other Cookout members on HOH, they're probably putting up... Well, they are putting up Alyssa. The other person's a question mark. I think Big D's probably putting up Tiffany, and if obviously Alyssa wins Vito, then Tiffany's pretty much gone. I think he'll probably put up Hannah beside her, and Tiffany would go in that situation. Azza, again, I think would probably put up Kylan and Alyssa. And if Alyssa wins Vito, I think at that point she's probably targeting Kylan. But she might put Tiffany up against him, which... Why did I just get a trophy? Which at that point, like, would they vote out Tiffany over Kylan?
It will be like we never came, never existed.
And then Hannah. Yeah, Hannah could lead to an Xavier boot. I think if it's, I think Hannah will put up Alyssa and Xavier if Alyssa wins veto. But again, that's a very specific result that would need to happen. But if that does happen, I do think she would put up Big D and then try to get rid of Xavier. And Xavier probably would go home in that situation. But again, like I think most likely boots are Alyssa 1, then Tiffany, then Xavier, and then the other people should be safe.
You think you are special? We have exalted countless species.
But and Kylan can go home too. But should be mostly safe. Flick equals Christy, L equals Ailey, George equals Lee. I don't think that's an apt comparison at all, but sure, I guess.
Got it exposed. Lock it down. Interface now.
Wait, what am I doing? Oh, I'm supposed to actually go here now. Yeah, like I don't think that's really apt, really in any comparison. Like I mean, I could see the Haley and L, but then again, I think Haley's a better all-around player than L.
Scott!
We are out of time, Pathfinder. Hurry.
And then like comparing George to Lee, I think is not exactly there. Like if anything, it's like the complete. I feel like George is probably the antithesis of Lee. Like where I feel like they're almost complete opposites.
This is not the end. I have the net.
What am I doing? Am I supposed to be killing this thing? Yeah, then Flick and Christy, I think that's not super apt. Okay. Oh my god, fuck me. Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Like, am I not supposed to be doing this? I guess. Oh, I'm an idiot. There's a fucking objective marker over there. Whatever. Oh, okay, and I'm just an idiot too, and I just jumped off the thing. Game, can you fucking. What is going on right now? Okay. There we go. Wait, that's what I thought. The game's like. Okay, wait. I'm just letting go of everything. Okay, it looks like it fixed itself. The character is moving by itself when I wasn't like pushing anything. No. Oh, I can actually interact. Okay. So yeah, this is the end. Which where are we at? We're at 2.5 hours. Holy shit! I see 36 updates on Twitter from Big Brother updates. Oh, I guess Claire's planning on making a speech about Alyssa and Xavier, comparing them to Jackson and Holly. Interesting. Yeah, so we finished the main game, I'm pretty sure. I think this is it. We're gonna do. I think we're gonna do some side content, and we're only 2.5 hours in the stream. I don't want to go too late here because I'm probably gonna stream tomorrow. But I still probably want to try to at least do some side content here. I might do some other ones on my own. We'll see though. I don't know. Just because, like, I feel like I should be done with Mass Effect. We've been playing Mass Effect for way too long. I don't want to be playing this anymore. So yeah, so tomorrow I will stream after a double eviction. I'm probably gonna... So, obviously we're gonna start a new game. It'll probably be, Ghost of Tsushima, is what I'm looking at right now. Okay, I'm looking at, like, the list of games that, I still want to play before I do my Top Games of the Generation video. I feel like Ghost of Tsushima and Shadow Mordor are like the two that instantly come to my mind. So yeah, I feel like Ghost of Tsushima is the one I'll play next. And then we'll do Shadow Mordor, and then maybe the Outer Worlds? Maybe?
Tell them...
I kind of want to replay Red Dead 2, but like I don't know if it's worth it. Because that's like a lot of time they're putting into something that'll probably be for very little benefit, but whatever. Yeah, obviously this playthrough here was technically for the 5-year anniversary video that I want to do. It's tough to play games on stream though, if I'm being honest, like, and actually like really pay attention. Because I think part of it has to do with like what I'm doing when streaming, where like a lot of me on stream here is talking through people's questions and answering them and stuff, and through that I feel like it's tough to like really analyze games while doing that, because again, that was the initial concept when starting Twitch, was that I could do two birds with one stone. I could play a game that I want to do some sort of video on while also answering questions. I feel like it's kind of like, it kind of made me realize that it is kind of tough to do both. Unless it's a game that I'm like already very familiar with, I'm just like kind of trying to refresh myself on it. So like the Ezio trilogy is kind of like perfect. Okay. Like, why is it still doing that? Whatever. I don't know why it's doing that. That's so weird.
Hey, Scott.
You beat me out of medical.
Yeah, like
How long?
I was like, that's a major reason why
Enough to get started.
Started on what?
I wouldn't want to be playing something I haven't played before in the past. But
The ship is sound, but it'll never fly again. So it's being repurposed. Welcome to Meridian.
because I feel like I would just like kind of miss out on the entire point of playing the game.
We did it, Dad.
Oh, there.
Are you okay? You and Sam?
Our connection has been restored. I am once again able
It would be that Xavier would be the villain of the season. Yeah, I mean,
Does he still need to?
I mean, like, I don't dislike Xavier like from a real life standpoint, but yeah, definitely. I don't love how he's been acting this
To
week.
use Remnant without him, but it's not advisable.
Dr. Carlisle estimates an 80%.
Yeah, I kind of went a rant on this earlier in the stream, but like, it's really annoying how
Pathfinder.
it seems like he truly believes the stuff he's been saying. Or again, like, if he's been like
Always is.
pretending to be like upset of what Tiffany's been doing like for gain, then I would be completely fine with it, because like it does actually benefit his game.
Neither is it yours. That is the
But
point,
it's like he's not. He's like, he genuinely believes this, which is what makes it really annoying.
All right, get to it. What's so important?
Because like he's talking in the DR about it. He's like, he's been moping around the house for the last week, being annoyed about it. So I think he genuinely actually believes it.
Represent concerns outside the Nexus. Or rather, you must nominate someone.
Yeah, it looks like Claire's planning on like throwing Xavier under the bus tomorrow
If this
before she
person is
leaves.
supposed to represent people, shouldn't the people have a say?
So that should be interesting.
Precisely why we need your backing.
We can't impose a vote on the Angara. Or even Kadara. Eladin? Won't happen.
Yeah.
But you've acted for everyone.
Again, tomorrow's double
If
eviction
you
should be
endorse a
fun.
name, some may disagree, but they will
I'll
trust
say
you
see how it
starting
goes. Again, worried about the Tiffany, possible Tiffany boot,
I
but
report Pathfinder Reka.
I'd suggest you, but someone might think...
I think my ideal, even though it is the most boring outcome, I would prefer Alyssa to go home. At the point that we're at now, the fact that we struggled through this season at this point, like, it would be so underwhelming to me if the cookout isn't Final Six. Like, it would just make it feel like it was all pointless, all of like not being able to see Tiffany's true potential, and yeah, it's like to see these players not play like actively not play optimally in favor of the cause, just for that cause to not even make it to their end goal, like, would just be underwhelming.
Keep influence centralized for now. That means Reika.
Yeah, it would be chaos, but it's like, I feel like we got that from this week. I feel like this was the chaos. I think beyond this, it's like, I don't know. And I feel like at that point we're just handing Xavier the game too. I think once we have like Alyssa at 6, I feel like Xavier's pretty much won at that point. I feel like it's especially if Tiffany goes at 7, like, just hand Xavier to check at that point. Like, if Tiffany goes home at 7, Alyssa is there as a buffer at 6. That means Xavier only needs to win 3 more competitions, and barely even that. He really just needs to get Hannah out, and once he gets Hannah out, everyone is taking him to final 2. Outside, maybe Oz is not, but it's like, you know, like, it's still like well, she would probably be the final 4 boot anyway at that point, because at that point it'll be the 3 guys that are probably gonna get together. But yeah, I think, and like, Kylan has talked about how he would consider taking Xavier to the end, because he has this very warped view of the game. Again, I think Xavier probably wins if that happens. While it's probably the second best outcome for the season in my eyes from a game standpoint, it's still not the ending that I personally would want.
No one's pretending this is ideal.
And I feel like that would just make the steamroll feel even more like a steamroll.
Before any of you arrived. The only important question is, what will continue? Higher of GX's Pathfinder. To better tomorrows.
I haven't talked about the PlayStation event. That's happening tomorrow. That should be fun. Tomorrow's going to be a fun day. We have the PlayStation showcase, where I'm assuming we're going to see some good stuff.
So Tan says he's gonna let me stick around.
That's going to be like, what, 40 minutes, I think they said? So that should be fun. Obviously, the double eviction at night. Probably going to end up... Actually, I don't know if I'm going to bother recording stuff tomorrow or save that for Friday. But
you know me.
Anyway, tomorrow should be an interesting day.
We've got Meridian. I can't wait to get back out there. Make Helios our home. You know where to find me when you're ready.
Do I even want to bother talking to all these people? It's like, I actually don't care. Can you wait, I just want to see this real quick. Can you even replay missions in this game? You can't, right? Like, obviously you can in the old Mass Effect games, but I just want to see, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't. Completed missions? No, you can't. Okay. At least if you could, I would have reloaded into my other save and just replayed the loyalty missions, because I'd rather just do that. But at this point, I don't care enough to really be
so formal all of a sudden.
Playing much more of this. But I probably, and to be honest, like, I'm not gonna write this video for a while anyway.
This place is something else.
Because, like, again, the point of playing this was for the 5-year retrospective. But it's like, I don't have time to write the script now anyway for it. Like, obviously right now I'm very busy with Australian Survivor, Survivor South Africa, Big Brother, The Circle, The Challenge, like, all this stuff. It's like, I don't have fucking time to write the script right now. And probably won't for another, like, month. Which is why I didn't really want to be playing this right now anyway. But I was like, well, we're already playing all the other Mass Effect games. We'll just play this and be done with Mass Effect. But I'm probably gonna actually have to take some time to play some side content on my own, right? When I'm closer to writing this script, I think.
Crazy kid.
But whatever. Probably Tales of Arise will arrive tomorrow. When did that come out? Has it been out for, or didn't? No, that comes out tomorrow, right? Because Life is Strange comes out tomorrow also, right? And those two came out the same day. Yeah, how is Tales of Arise doing review-wise? I did see that Life is Strange is getting pretty positive reception. Looks pretty positive. 87%. That's pretty good. Metacritic. Wait, is that critic score? It is. Yes, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'll be interested in playing it again, especially with this year being so bare for me in terms of new game releases. I feel like I'll be more apt to go out of my way to play Tales of Arise.
Still amazed. We're really starting to put down roots. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Did I tell you?
So I mentioned this already that I did finish playing Titanfall 2. Since I last streamed, actually I think I started and finished it since I last streamed. But next game I'm going to play is Metal Gear Solid 5. And once I'm done with Metal Gear Solid 5, that was the last game that I felt like I 100% needed to play before I do my top games of the generation video. At least in terms of games that I haven't played already. But I think I'm probably going to try to play Dragon Quest 11. Because I haven't played that and I do really want to. And I feel like this is probably my best excuse to play it for a while.
This was
So
I'll
probably try to do that too.
Nice to be here finally. We always knew what we wanted, but for a while we couldn't see it. Now it's here, it's happening, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we get any 2021 releases like shown tomorrow at the PlayStation event. I doubt it, right? Like, or at least if we do, like, not like it'll be stuff that we were already seeing. They just get dates. Like did Lil Devil Inside ever get a date? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we get that tomorrow then.
So this is.
When did Kenna get delayed to? Kenna got delayed till next year, right? Or did it? Or is it still this year? Let's look this up.
Is amazing though.
Okay, it's still this year?
Accomplished the inconceivable.
Yeah, okay, it's September. Oh, wow, that's soon. Holy shit.
To be part of it.
Okay, for some reason I was thinking it got delayed till next year. Okay, that's only like a week and a half away. Interesting. Yeah, I really wonder what we're going to see at this PlayStation event then. Like, obviously God of War. I feel like I would be very surprised if we don't see God of War. Maybe a little bit more Horizon. Like, I personally don't need to see it. Again, I'm already sold, but I would assume we're going to see Horizon. Like, I would assume Gran Turismo 7. Maybe The Last of Us remake. That would be cool. Alright, moving around a bit here. But yeah, like, I think Last of Us remake,
Guess it worked out okay.
what other studios are there that's working on stuff at PlayStation?
Never forget.
I feel like so many of them have already. I guess Spider-Man 2 maybe, but I feel like that's probably still a ways away.
How you fought the Ket beside us. How we.
Has it been 5 years since the last Tales game?
Meridian is a new beginning.
What was the last Tales game?
And mine. Together.
Was it Besteria or whatever, or was there one after that? Let's look this up. Yeah, it was Berseria, whatever. Actually, there haven't been that many Tales games recently. It's kind of weird. Like, there was like a Tales game every year, if not two, during certain years. How the fuck did they do that? They had Tales of Legendia and Tales of the Abyss come out the same year. I mean, obviously, I would assume different studios developed it, but still, it's like, that's bizarre. Tales of Fantasia, Tales of Destiny. Yeah, I've never played a Tales game. Even though I own Vesperia and I own Berseria. But yeah, I've never played a Tales game. But again, I'll be, especially if Arise gets really high reception, then definitely would be interested in playing that. And to be fair, I was already interested in playing it to begin with, but again, it's getting scores in the 80s. It does look like the PS4 version is rated a little bit lower. I don't know if that's like there's actually a reason for that. It's just less. Actually, it looks like it's probably just less reviews. But still, should be interesting. This area made you cry? All right.
New beginnings. That's what I came to.
What game made me? I feel like there was a game that made me cry somewhat recently, but I don't remember. I don't remember what it was.
Yes. New beginnings. So, let's get to it.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I cried during The Last of Us Part 2. Especially on my last replay. The one I did for my 1 year later video. I'm trying to think, like, what a Persona. I did Persona 5, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I cry, but like it definitely got emotional at the end of it. Oh, yeah, Final Fantasy 15. Yeah, that's probably the one I'm thinking of. I mean, like, Nier Replicant also has some emotional moments.
So, you're telling me you're having trouble explaining limits to a rider? Hey, know who I just talked to?
Man, fuck Liam. Who cares about Liam? Like, I don't even know why I'm bothering even talking to Liam.
He couldn't stop crying.
Just him?
Must be something going around. Maybe you're the carrier. We're still outsiders to a lot of people. But this... it's almost home. They haven't given you 5 minutes alone since the fight.
Yeah, like Red Dead obviously is pretty emotional, but I don't think it made me cry though.
There's no time. Meridian is the start of so many things.
Don't need starters. Starters are a dime a dozen. We need finishers. We have the best. I'm looking at you.
Fuck me. Like, I think it's gonna be fun to write the Mass Effect Andromeda script. It's gonna be a clusterfuck. I feel like. Like, I feel like my opinions on the like campaign are like kind of solidified at this point. I really need to solidify my opinion on the side content, which again didn't end up playing in this playthrough. But I'm just so Mass Effect out at this point. We've played too much Mass Effect.
Much better.
There might be 2 riders around.
Again, like it's pretty much been on and off Mass Effect for me since.
Gotta start studying what we have. I may have helped them organize.
Actually, I just this is hilarious. I just looked up. So the Marine Review, like, so my what do you call it? My VOD channel is the Marine Review Live. So I look up the Marine Review Live on Google, and first thing that comes up is still like first like multiple things that come up are still my main channel.
Big idea, bigger than I'd imagined. So maybe building those teams was smart.
Actually, my fucking Twitch channel comes up before.
Understand all this until we're at the top.
Yeah, that literally doesn't come up.
Next horizon.
If we weren't off the map before, we definitely
so that's
are
lovely.
now.
Obviously, that shows how big my VOD channel is. But I'm trying to see how long we've been playing Mass Effect for. Again, this feels like forever. Okay, it hasn't been 2 months, but it's been, yeah, it's almost been, it's like a week away from being 2 months. So again, we need to be done with this shit. Wait, when the fuck did that, this is so weird. Like, I don't get how certain VODs get more views than others.
Nice job.
Like, it's so weird that like, I have a couple VODs that have only gotten like 3 views, but then like fucking Mass Effect Renegade playthrough Part 3 has like 67 views, which is the most view. Again, it's not that many views, obviously, but it's like it is the most viewed VOD on the channel. It's like, why? Like, why is it fucking Part 3? Like, I don't fucking get it. But whatever, I guess. We talked to Liam already. Who do we miss?
Is your day good?
We talked to Joel, right? Who is this?
Up straight, everyone. This is the guest of honor.
Like you have to tell anyone that.
Hunter, this is our opening. Let there be some sense of ceremony. As I was about to say, hello,
Who are you thinking Brains vs. Brawn would fit the challenge? I never talked about the challenge, but I found this episode so boring. But yeah, who would fit the challenge? I don't know. I'm probably Emmett, right? I feel like Emmett's the one that comes to mind right away. Like Haley feels a bit too professional to be on the challenge. Flick, I mean, maybe Flick. I feel like Emmett's like the clear answer. I could see Kez. Kez could be fun.
Second wave is organizational.
Yeah, she's like a bodybuilder and everything, right? So I mean, that would be fun. Simon would be interesting too. But I feel like the first one that comes to mind though is Emmett. I don't actually care about this conversation. I don't know why I bothered starting this.
I can only read the reports of how you brought us this opportunity, but rest assured, we will not waste it. Yes. Thank you, Pat.
Yeah, Anissa was medically evacuated.
Aye. What they said.
She like fell off. So during the daily, they had this like wall that they had to climb, and Anissa fell from like the top of the wall and landed on her shoulder, and she like dislocated her shoulder and got medevac.
Enjoying the fruits of your labor? You deserve it.
Thanks, Kello.
The Tempest is getting some much-needed service. I was
Which it seems kind of weird.
But I wouldn't.
Should we get like officially medevaced for that? Like considering like, I mean like obviously like I'm assuming it's more serious than like Stephanie LaGrossa, where like Stephanie LaGrossa pops her shoulder out of its socket and Here's Those Villains, like the first challenge, and then like they just pop it back in and it's fine. And like the same thing happens on like Sasuke at points, or like Shingo Yamamoto had his shoulder dislocated at points, and like they just popped it back in. Like, I'm not a doctor obviously, but it's like it feels weird like they medevaced her for that. Like I'm assuming it must have been like actually serious.
I can't do this without a good pilot, or a great pilot.
Like more serious than that.
A pilot determined to help his friends.
Oh.
The Tempest will be pristine by the time you're ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, I found this episode of the challenge pretty boring. I don't actually like. I don't get why the things happen that happen. Like I don't get why. Like I don't know if you watched it, but
maybe the festivities can finally begin.
Like so,
like sitting on my
Anissa gets medevaced. And at that point, they're like Logan's by himself, but then he just like offers himself up to go into elimination for like no reason. Like I don't get why. Like why'd you just like very openly start talking about like, oh yeah, I need to go into elimination? Like it makes no sense to me. But whatever.
Helios is changing, and will be for a long time.
Ranking goes Phoebe, Jal, Drac, Liam, Vetra, Korra. I'd probably switch Korra and Liam, and that's probably my ranking.
Hey, get your head out of the sky, right?
But again, like those bottom three are like, who cares about any of them, really? Oh yeah, scariest medevacs, yeah, Big Easy, probably.
I'm trying to do just that. I went too far? I did, right?
I mean, that was like the Gauntlet. I love the Gauntlet 3. The Gauntlet 3 is like one of my favorite seasons. But it's such a train wrecky season too. Whereas like it's actually like insane that the vets, despite them being slowed down by Big Easy and Big Easy almost dying on the way there, that they still end up almost like they essentially win. They essentially win the final.
Still standing.
But lose due to the technicality of all your members aren't here because Big Easy got medevaced or whatever.
Dr. Lexi DePero, thank you.
It's hilarious. Like in retrospect that
that did it. You jerk.
That they lost that way. And actually, like, does that change challenge history? If they had won there, because like if the Gauntlet, like who was on the finals team for Gauntlet 3? Because that would be CT's first win, right? Yeah, I mean like that would mean he would probably, well actually no, he probably wouldn't be on Ruins because that was like right after Duel 2. Wait, I just want to look up Gauntlet 3, but like that would definitely change Ruins in terms of that, the breakdown of the group there. Yeah, like who would have won? We would have had Adam King. Who cares about Adam King? Brad, that would have been his first win. CT's first win. DM's DM's only win. Again, rest in peace, DM. Big Easy. Evan's first win. Evelyn's first win. No, Evelyn's second win. She would have won. Yeah, actually, Evelyn would have been. Yeah, Evelyn and Kenny would have been. Yeah, 3-time winners back. Or no, well, I mean, yeah, 3 times winners. Yeah, so that's kind of insane. Yeah, I mean, again, like Kenny, I talked about him in the past. Not a it's like he's not a likable guy, but he is like he's good TV. But it's because of how unlikable he is,
Amazing.
and like how douchey he is and everything.
Thanks for the invite to the party.
I didn't
Wait,
organize
not that
anything.
way.
Not this.
Hey, Ryder.
Gil, I forgot Gil was even a person.
This is supposed to be a celebration, right? Getting used to any of this yet? Meridian? Dream becoming a reality?
Yeah, I feel bad for Big Easy. I was definitely happy to see him do well on All Stars. Like, I feel bad for Big Easy, but it's like also like probably shouldn't be coming back all the time. Like, obviously, like by the time of All Stars, then it's like that's a big enough layoff that where I was happy to see him. But like him coming back in like Battle of the Seasons, it's like, why are you there? And then again, I guess he was technically an alternate, right? Because the Fresh Meat team was an alternate, but then again, he was also treated poorly that season too by Camilla.
Not done by a long shot.
And really in general, like Big Easy's just treated poorly on most of his seasons.
But so you know, I've got the Tempest topped out and ready. You want to blow this hot dog stand? Just say the word. Gallo's out there somewhere, time one on. If we're really sneaky, he won't even notice.
Actually, yeah, that would have been Paula's first win too.
You?
I just stopped looking at the list. But yeah, Paula and Robin would have been a winner. So that would have been interesting.
Hard.
How about the Nomad?
I forgot Janelle was even on that season. I forgot Tyler was on. I forgot about Gauntlet 3 at this point. I feel like. I forgot about like certain people that were on there. It's funny that Johnny Bananas was the first boot from the Vets team on that season, though. Would I include the spin-offs if I were to do a challenge ranking? No, I won't. I'd probably do I would probably possibly do like a separate video. But like if I were to do a challenge season ranking, it would just be the main series. And then I would probably like maybe eventually do some sort of video or maybe a retrospective on all the spin-off series. I don't know how I would handle it, but I would want to do it as a separate video though.
You're why we're here.
Fuck, I'm just gonna continue. I don't care. Like I'm just gonna continue on at this point. Yeah. It would probably be separate videos. I haven't watched. I still haven't watched the Champs versus series. Like obviously, I've watched All Stars. I'm gonna be watching All Stars 2 when that starts. Which we don't know when that's gonna start. I'm kind of worried it might be soon, because Challenge All Stars 1 pretty much aired like within a month of it finished filming.
But we all need to remember
And again, kind of worried that we're gonna get the same thing with All Stars 2, where it did just finish filming. I think like a week ago or so. Which is like, does that mean that we're gonna get a premiere soon? Which again is something that I definitely did not take into consideration when scheduling out the rest of the year. So if we do get an All Stars 2 this year, I'll be kind of, well, that ends by the end of this year at least, I'll be kind of annoyed.
You defined it.
It depends, even if it starts in fucking, even if it starts, or if it ends in like January of next year, I'll be kind of annoyed. There's not really room for it. I mean, it's not I guess I can bump the BB Can final juror ranking. It's not ideal. Yeah, I mean, I guess it works out. It's not the worst thing in the world, actually. But still, not ideal.
We've done what was needed. and this will always be.
Oh, yeah, I knew about that. I knew Camilla's first appearance was on Spring Break Challenge, which I have not watched yet. Actually, I forgot that was a spinoff too, though. But yeah, I didn't know that she was on that. Yeah, that's how she got on the challenge, because at the point that she started, it was still exclusive to Real World and Fresh Meat and that sort of stuff. Hey, who's on Spring Break Challenge in terms of the vets? Susie won. Sorry, I forgot. Evan and Paula were the announcers. That's fucking weird. Yeah, Kenny came in second. Wes in third. Darrell in fourth. Landon in fifth. Landon did pretty poor there. Wait, what is this? Okay. So yeah, where are we at? We're at 3 hours. I don't know. Should we do more? I technically want to do more, but I also don't want to overdo it tonight because I'll probably stream tomorrow, and I do kind of want to do some stuff tomorrow. Let's just talk to some people, see if we get some missions. But I don't know.
So.
Yeah, Rachel Robinson did it. That seems like a weird person to do it. When was it? Like, what seasons was this in between?
Or the best time to be awake, as the case may be.
This is 2010, which actually, like, that's kind of insane. Like, to me, the timeline of the challenge is so bizarre. Like, it's between Ruins and it's before Fresh Meat 2. That's actually interesting. So Camilla made her first appearance before Cara Maria? I actually never thought about that. That's bizarre. Oh, is The Miz doing Dancing with the Stars? Actually, I haven't seen it. Did they ever officially release that? The full cast? Because I wouldn't mind seeing it. Again, even though I'm not like I'm not going to watch it, I still would be interested in seeing who's on there. Just kind of see who they're getting. Yeah, it looks like the cast was released, so let's take a look. Like, cast reaction here. Cast reaction to Dancing with the Stars. Jimmy Allen. No clue who this person is. Mel C. That's random from Spice Girls. Christine Chu. Don't know who that is. Bling Empire. I've never heard of that show. Brian Austin Green. Okay, that's interesting. Melora Hardin. I feel like I know her name. Who is she? Transparent. Oh, she's Jan. Jan from The Office. Okay. Olivia Jade. Oh, Lori Loughlin's daughter. What are we doing? Matt James from The Bachelor. Don't know who he is. Amanda Klutz from The Talk. Who the fuck is this person? Okay, I'm looking at a picture. I still have no clue who she is. Martin Cove is on there. That's fucking weird. Okay. Yeah, that's weird. He's like, is he like the clear first boot? I think he's the oldest person here, so probably. Suni Lee, whatever. Yeah, The Miz is on there, so that's cool. Kenya Moore, that's interesting. She was on Celebrity Apprentice. Was fun on there. Cody Rigsby? Who the fuck is Cody Rigsby? Peloton instructor and fitness personality? Okay. Amon Shumpert? Okay, basketball player, I guess. And then Jojo Siwa. Bizarre cast? Like, I know 1, 2... Like, if I was solely based off of name, like, not, like, after, like, looking them up and seeing what else they did, I know 7 people from this cast. Out of how many is this? This is, like, 15? It's, like, a little bit under half. So, that's something. I want to look at 29, like, season 29. Like, how many do I know there? I feel like I actually know a decent amount. Like, I know Caitlin Bristow, Nev, Nelly, Johnny Weir, AJ McLean, Trishelle I know, or Chriselle, whatever. I know more so because like I've seen her on Twitter than I actually like know who she is. So where are we at? We're at 5. Jeannie Mai, I feel like I know who that is. I feel like I've seen her before. Whatever. Vernon Davis, I've heard of. Anne Hedge, Carol Paskins, Charles Logan. Yes, I know like 10 people from the other cast. It's like, that seems like a decent amount. Oh fuck, I wasn't paying attention. No! Damn it.
We don't strive
I
to
haven't
make
picked the right
future
one, but
better.
whatever.
We strive because the present is lacking. Well,
Yeah,
then,
like that one guy doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah, they're giving her a female partner, which again, cool. I personally
I'll see you later, Joel.
Doesn't really bother me in any way. Like I don't really care. Like realistically, again, doesn't matter. They think Flick will be compared to Tess. So I'm assuming you mean Tess from New Zealand? He's like, I'm assuming you're not meaning Australians Forever Tess. I mean, she was Tessa, wasn't she, on the show? Anyway, I think Flick is a better player than Tess. But yeah, I mean, again, like something I didn't even pay attention to that I saw on Twitter was that like Flick hasn't voted correctly since the first Haley vote off, and like that was actually like, I believe that was like the only time she voted correctly the entire post merge, which is kind of insane. Obviously there's idols in play and everything that do.
Ryder does lead us to. I need a break.
That does change things up, but that's still weird. I mean, that she's gone this far without having voted correctly. Yeah, I don't know where Flick lands on a player ranking. I haven't even put any thought into the player rankings for these Survivor seasons that have just happened. It'll be interesting. I think Australia in particular will be very interesting. I don't know.
I'm never gonna taste this.
Where a lot of these people land.
I'm never gonna see that.
Actually, Laura is 36, and Gerald is 26. That's actually also mind blowing to me. Yeah, let's see voting chart. What do we got? So yeah, so Flick voted for Haley when she didn't go home. Voted for Way when. I voted for George when Way went home. Voted for Cara when Danny went home. She got voted out. That was a thing. Voted for George when Andrew went home. I forgot about that. Voted for George when Emmett went home. Voted for Cara and got her vote nullified when Laura went home. Voted for Danny when Gerald went home. And then yeah, voted for Haley. And yeah, like the Laura vote got nullified. So yeah, she's literally only voted correctly once the entire post-merge, and that person ended up coming back into the game. So that's ridiculous. Before that, holy shit, she's only voted 4 people out of this game. Despite going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 tribal councils. She's only voted out 4 people. That is ridiculous. I actually never thought about that until now. Yeah, that's insane. Like, what the fuck? That again, that's ridiculous. So she voted out Janelle. She voted out Gavin. Benny vote, she voted for Simon twice. Shannon vote, she voted for Chelsea. She does then actually vote out Simon. So even pre-merge record, she's only 3 out of 5. And in post-merge, she is what, 1 out of 12? Well, I guess she didn't get the chance to vote during the Baden vote off.
I love following its
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no, I miscounted. But either way, she's 1 out of 10. That's still bad. Like that's very bad. Oh my god. I don't know what to do with Flick. Because again, she probably wins the game if she gets to the end. But the way she gets to the end is not impressive at all.
Your family understood that, and they were proud.
Yeah, and also, like, unlike Tess, like, Tess was never winning the game.
That's real.
Like, Tess had 3 locked-in votes, but was never getting any of the other votes. So the only way she was going to possibly win was from plurality, which I don't think was ever happening on that season. So I don't think Tess has a winning scenario, while I do feel like Flick has a winning scenario. Here, where again, like if Flick is against, let's just say Flick is against Haley, who again I'm assuming she probably takes. I do think George and Cara vote for Haley. Way votes for Haley. Danny votes for Flick. Andrew probably votes for Flick. Emmett votes for Flick. Laura probably votes for Flick at that point. Then Gerald votes for Flick. And then Baden votes for Haley. So I mean, it's a 5-4 vote where at that point Andrew and Laura become the massive swings there. So I guess that one could go either way, but Flick against George, I think that one's a bit more solidified. I think Haley, I could see Haley going for George, Cara going for George. I could see Way going for George. But I think Danny goes Flick, Andrew goes Flick, Emmett goes Flick, Laura goes Flick, Gerald goes Flick. I think that's like 5 locked for Flick against George. And actually, that probably ends up being a 5-4 vote also because Baden votes for George. So that's probably also I guess really what we're looking at is I think Flick has 5 almost locked votes in most scenarios, but it's but she pretty much only unless it's like Flick and Cara. Then at that point, I think pretty much everyone but George votes for Flick. But again, that's obviously not happening. Yeah, I mean, wait, where am I? How did I come down here? I don't know. I kind of want to do side content, but I also kind of don't. I'm starting to get tired, and it's like nearing 3 o'clock, so I'm kind of thinking like maybe we'll just call it. Again, like I do need to do side content though before I make the video. But again, like I'm not gonna be writing this video for another month probably, because again, like we're in the obviously we've got Australian Survivor, Survivor South Africa, and A&W reviews that need to be done. Those are like after. So yeah, my Persona 5 video came out today, which performed whatever. Who cares? Survivor Premiere ranking comes out Saturday. Then after that, it's literally a string of 8 videos in a row that are all not done yet. So we got Australian Survivor review, Survivor South Africa review, A&W review, Australian Survivor player ranking, Survivor South Africa player ranking, BB23 season review, Circle season review, BB23 player ranking. Those are the next 8 videos, and again, it's gonna be busy on my end to get all those done back to 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 back. But after that, there's a bit of a more of a leeway. There's some free time for a bit. Not until like really, I don't think. Yeah, it's not until mid-season power ranking of 41, which should be early November. If not end of October, but either way, I mean, like that's at least 3 to 4 weeks of not having anything I need to do. Again, I will be doing things, but nothing that I need to do. And then I need to make the top 25 games of generation video at some point. And then the end of December is going to be kind of busy as again, where there's like 5 videos in a row that I can't do right now, but so not as much as this. Again, like this is 8 videos in a row. Like that's a fucking lot. So I'm gonna be kind of busy there, and like until that stuff is done, probably not gonna be working on other stuff. But yeah, I talked. So yeah, and my vacation starts in about 2 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks from today. Yeah, 2 weeks from today is also the Survivor premiere. Well, 2 weeks from, I guess not 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks from whatever. Either way, around 2 weeks. 2 weeks from yesterday is the Survivor premiere. 2 weeks from today, as in Thursday, is when my it doesn't fucking matter. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do those 2 weeks that I have off, I'm probably going to try to get caught back up with the channel again. Like by the time of that vacation, most of these videos should be done by that point. Like obviously Big Brother's not gonna be done, and The Circle I guess is technically not gonna be done, but at least Survivor South Africa and Australian Survivor and A&W are gonna be done. So I'll probably obviously have to do Big Brother and that sort of stuff and The Circle, but I'm probably going to try to, in that 2 week period, get all of the next batch of videos prepared and probably recorded, and then try to knock those out in editing immediately afterwards, because again, I'm really far behind now on having videos edited, but at least in comparison to where I used to be, and I'm still like technically a decent amount of videos ahead, but not as far ahead as I was, where again, there's a point where I was like, I think like 30, I don't know, like over 30 videos ahead. I'm at 20 at this point. And even then, some of those are like videos that are just like in the back burner for a long time and are gonna come out whenever. Yeah, like in terms of like but then again, like I'm pretty solid for like, again, like also those videos I just mentioned, like that's pretty much the year. But again, that's still like good, like I think 18 videos, 9, 10, 15 videos. I'm fucking it. I can't count. But either way, it's still a decent amount of videos for the year that are not done. And then like even coming into next year, like there's some videos I can't do right now, like that merge boot ranking. I have to wait till the merge of this season. I can't do a Big Brother what if final jurors one final HOH until the season is done. So there's like random videos like that too. I feel like I want to wait until the post merge for top 10 worst players of all time for Survivor. Yeah, so there's like certain videos I can't do just yet either. So that's kind of annoying actually. But anyway, kind of a busy point in the channel. I love this all like started with me talking about Mass Effect Andromeda's script. But yeah, like the script for this video, like probably not writing this for for at least probably a month or so. Again, I'll probably be in that batch of videos that I'm talking about where I'll probably write it then. Which this video I'm for sure doing. I also, like, again, I finished Disco Elysium not too long ago, and I did want to do a Disco Elysium video. I don't know if I'm going to do it, because, like, by the time I have the time to write it, it's gonna be a while after I played it. Because I finished it, like, a week ago, or over a week ago, right? Yeah, it's like, when am I gonna have time to write it? Again, it'll probably be a month from now, and like, am I gonna remember a lot of it by then? Like if I do make it, it's gonna be more of a less formal review, more so like a running through my experience with it sort of video. But still, it's like, I don't know if it'll work by that point, but at least as of right now, I would like to do it. Do I think George is not winning the game based on the edit? Probably. I mean, like, I think there's an argument for him still having a chance. Like, I think I would say Haley is 90% chance winning the game. Then I'd say, like, George is, like, 9%, and then Flick is, like, 1%. But, like, I don't think George is, like, completely drawing dead. To be fair, I mean, it's probably more than 9%. It's probably more, like, I don't know, like, 75 Haley. Like, 20 George, 5 Flick. I feel like that's probably more of an accurate breakdown. But Yeah, I feel like more than likely
Anomaly detected.
we're gonna see a Haley win. And this doesn't matter. I'm not gonna do this. So yeah, I think again, I think gameplay wise we're done. Yeah, I mean, again, we're already almost at 3 o'clock. I think we're good with the stream in general. So yeah, just do a last save. We're done, Mass Effect Andromeda. Fuck this game. Probably not playing this again. Oh, I guess I have to. Oh, I have to. Ah, fuck off. Whatever. Don't want to really play this again for a very long time. So again, I will stream tomorrow. Tomorrow's a double eviction for Big Brother. Also, probably want to talk about the PlayStation event and stuff like that. So, yeah, that'll be tomorrow. We'll probably end up playing Ghost of Tsushima. That's currently what I'm thinking about playing. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it wouldn't even really make that much sense to play anything else based on where I want to go with these videos, so, or go with the top games of the generation. So, yeah, I mean, that'll probably be for tomorrow. I don't know how long it'll take for us to play it. I don't know how I'm going to approach the game. I don't know if I'm going to go for just the main story and that's it, or go for side content. Actually, I never did New Game Plus. There's New Game Plus in Ghost of Tsushima, right? At this point? I'm looking this up real quick. Yeah, I don't think I ever did New Game Plus. Yeah, there is. Okay, maybe we'll do New Game Plus. We'll see. That should be interesting. Again, I've played it twice, but I haven't played it since it originally came out. Like, I played it obviously when it came out, I did a spoiler review, and then I played it again immediately afterwards. But I think this third playthrough here should be interesting, because I feel like the first time I played it, like both times I played it, like I had varying opinions of it both times, where the first time I really enjoyed the gameplay, but I didn't really care about the story. But then I replayed it and I enjoyed the story a lot more, but I didn't care for the gameplay as much, and I got really annoyed by it. So again, we'll see how the replay of Ghost of Tsushima goes. But yeah, that'll be for tomorrow. I see 10 people are still here. That's mind-blowing to me. Considering how late into stream we are. But yeah, I guess we'll just we'll call it a day here. Yeah, see you guys tomorrow. See you guys for the double eviction. That should be fun. But yeah, for now, thank you guys for watching.